All right, that's enough preamble. Let's do this. We're starting a little bit late today, but that happens. So let's dive in. Hey, everybody. My name is Todd. I'm going to be running a game of Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Got my friends just sitting on the other channel there. We'll rope them in real fast. Just let me bring you up to speed on how this works. We, of course, will do an intro, so you won't be behind if this is your first time here. And then, of course, we'll do character intros, so you know who's who. And then don't forget that we actively encourage viewer participation. So if you are watching this live, you are welcome to say hello. You're welcome to lurk. You're also welcome to influence our game by telling us, spending some plot points and telling us a suggestion or maybe an idea or an NPC or a monster. You get to name things. Any which way we can help you be part of the game with us. All right, so that's plot points. You can also check out all our previous stuff on Twitch, YouTube, and all the podcast places. So big shout out to all the listeners on podcast listening after the fact. All right, that's enough out of me. Let's go see the table.
Hello, table. How are you?
Good. How do we do?
So we are fighting the big bad of both schedules and internet connections tonight. So that's the big bad. Roll for initiative. All right.
Let me just
go kick your rudder in the nuggets. Get yourself a beverage of your choosing, and we'll meet everybody around the table. All right, let's start. I don't know why. We're going to start at the top with Brandon. How's it going, Brandon?
Hola. I'm all right, and I am playing Eli Eckhart, who is a half-elf wizard. And yeah, he's interested to see what's about to go down.
Nice. And I believe you were left not with a moral quandary before. You have a bit of an issue that you're trying to deal with here. So what was it that your person was needing to take care of imminently?
Yeah, my grandma got kidnapped, so trying to figure out how to unkidnap her. Save her, that's the word.
I prefer unkidnap. I like that. Unkidnap. Yeah. You're basically the Liam Neeson of this group.
I will find you.
I don't think so at all.
Well, that remains to be seen. All right, one of you is going to be the Liam Neeson of this group. We just don't know who yet. All right, let's go see if it's Darcy. Darcy, welcome back. Good to see you. And let's find out who the heck are you.
Hi, I'm Darcy. You can find me at twitch.tv/DarcyBits, and also on YouTube. We're now actually at DarcyBits, which is great. I figured out how to change that, so Good job, me, for just looking for it and finding it immediately.
It's amazing. That helps.
It's weird, right? It's almost like it is designed to be intuitive. I'm going to be playing Empty Wisdom today, a very lost and confused monk who's out to see the world for the very first time, and hasn't even left the island that she started on, so that's good. But yeah, she's latched herself to this crew of people and doesn't really know what's going on, but does know that a grandmother is in danger, and that doesn't seem good. So let's go help.
Absolutely. I also propose that Lost and Confused should be the new monk subclass.
That's a good one. Yeah. For those who are following along with the books, she is a way of the astral self. And I'm not entirely sure if she knows that or not, or just her astral self comes out sometimes and takes control of her body.
She is
I don't know.
her own
I don't know
familiar.
yet. Kind of like that.
Awesome.
Also, while I've got everyone here, I'm just going to plug myself for a bit because I've got a new D&D show coming out tomorrow on YouTube and recording new episodes every Thursday. So you should check that out. We're all a bunch of animal people. Todd's supposed to be on it, but couldn't make episode 1, so I don't know if he's ever going to show up or not.
I should be able to make the new rounds.
It was a really good first episode. So check it out on my YouTube tomorrow at like 3 Eastern or whatever it was when it comes out.
I had better
I'm
watch
excited
that
for
so
it.
I know what's going on.
Or not, and show up and be very confused, which also seems fitting.
I am very good at that. Being very confused, I mean. So
Yeah,
I think I can lean into that. Lean in hard. All right. Let's keep going around the table. Who's next? According to my view screen, which I know isn't the same for the players. But next up will be Hilda. Oh, sorry, Timely playing Hilda.
Hi, folks. It's Timely. I play Hilda Bonebraid, a dwarf paladin who unfortunately was twice over the shame of her family. So hopefully she makes a name for herself with the Strange Acquaintances and regains some of that honor.
It's all about the honor with the dwarves. And apparently about tuition. That's Anyway, let's keep going around the horn and meet up with Donnie. Donnie, who are you tonight?
Hello there, I am Ashina. Kind of like a human, but I'm very pale. And if you look closely, you can see a blue shimmer all the way around my body, my person.
You sparkle. You're a vampire from Twilight.
Oh, hell no.
Come here, let me bite ya.
That's a good thing we're over the internet. Otherwise, I would have just got punched in the throat right there.
Nah,
Yes, you would have.
Not by Donnie, by Bella.
Well, yeah, I know she's real close.
Please take no offense to anyone except I fear Bella the most of all of you. With respect.
I love it. My reputation precedes me.
As you look at me, you'll see I'm actually petting a little friend.
Ah, yes, the little. But we're gonna elaborate a little just for the podcast listeners. So Ashina is nurturing a tiny little fairy dragon that she hatched during, I think it was episode 20 or something. I don't know, but yeah. So you've got this preemie fairy dragon, and I do mean preemie, but alive, and thanks to some excellent rolls and healing magic, growing perhaps to full dragon strength at some point.
And her name is Rainbow.
Rainbow, absolutely. And then, of course, we also have Bella.
Hey, everybody. I'm Bella. My internet's not cooperating, so I can't go on the video. But yeah, I'm playing Isolde, who is finding adventuring very difficult. So she's learning to find her way.
I'm sorry that it's so hard for her, but we are happy. We are happy that you are able to join us.
Yeah, I mean, she just, I don't know. She's gotten a rough lot here. Like, being chased in the water and something that wasn't her fault, just, trying to survive. And there's a bounty.
Keeps falling into all these wild adventures, and it's not her fault.
It really isn't. She really does just want to do good. She really does. Maybe.
We appreciate that.
Well, you can fall into doing good. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I hope at some point in my life to do so myself. But no guarantees. No guarantees. All right. Well, thank you very much. And I believe technically she's a half-elf blood hunter. I'm not sure if you mentioned that. I was busy fighting.
That is correct.
Yeah, cool.
That is correct. She is.
And without further ado, we go over to Senor Steve.
Hello, everyone. Yes, today I'm playing a new character called Wrong Button.
Wrong, but that could be canon. Don't tempt me.
If you force me to play some other player character, it'll be one I generate in under 30 seconds.
No, I only ever do that to poor Gordon,
Only
who
the poor
unfortunately
Gordon.
couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah. No, I'm still playing Gex Techford, the Goliath rogue, who's really no longer sure of how to describe himself. I'm not sure of how to describe him anymore. He had aspirations of being the world's largest cat burglar, but now maybe he's the world's roguiest grandpa. I don't know.
You seem to
Something
have
like
met
that.
a lot of people.
The most roguish adoptive grandparent to a bunch of random strange beings.
Yeah, you're
Something like
definitely the experienced. You're the basically the table mom.
that. Oh no, he's got Werthers in his satchel.
Yeah,
So
it's not a bag of holding; it's a bag of Werthers.
and they're not the damn chewy ones. They're the ones that you gotta suck on for hours. The good ones.
Either that or you
And also
shatter your
those-
tooth.
Those little candies that are like the strawberry, where there's like just a twist at one end. Nobody knows where to buy them. They just exist in every grandparent's candy dish on the
It's
table.
true.
Right? He's got those.
It's like summoned from another dimension.
You've never seen them in any store. I defy you to show me where you can buy those.
That's true. I've never seen those.
I've
And
only ever seen
The
them.
wheels are turning. I see it. You don't know where they come from, but you've all had them.
Yep.
you know, I feel like I've had those at a bank once as well.
Ooh.
That was back in the day. But that's how important it was to me. All right, and of course I'm gonna be the DM in M&M. And that brings us up to speed. We'll dive in just a second.
Maybe it's a
Oh.
Canadian thing. Is it a
might be.
Canadian thing? It might be
Okay.
a Canadian thing.
We're gonna stop the game and we're gonna talk about these random weird strawberry candies. We need to get to the bottom. Internet, where are you? If you know, internet, where to find those frickin' candies, please put it into chat or message us at Instagram. Anyway. Pardon me. All right.
Are you
Oh, Todd.
like,
Todd.
small?
Oh, this
I
sounds
typed
important.
I googled the words "random weird strawberry candies," and I'm sorry. I just have to do this.
Share, man.
Where's it going? Where's it going?
Random weird strawberry candies.
Let me
Oh,
put that up.
okay. I didn't know what you were describing either. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
Tell
that's
me.
them.
That's
That's
What
it.
I was
no.
thinking it was.
And once in a while, they will show up in Halloween candy.
Yeah.
And it's cursed.
Okay, what are they called? Strawberry bonbons, apparently.
All right.
Sweet
Sure.
delights. Where do you even buy them?
All right.
Probably
Amazon.
a number of
I
brands.
need you
Amazon.
I need you to stop
Okay.
streaming that,
There we
Steve.
go.
Thank you.
All right.
Otherwise, it messes up all the cameras. All right, well, let's dive in and play some Dungeons and Dragons. Let's do this. All right. The seaside shore of the Smuggler's Cove, tucked in between two large peaks, a small river, treacherous in its passage at various moments, depending on when the tide is in its progression. You can hear the water roaring as it moves, you assume in or out, and it changes the depth, and it basically becomes a bi-directional waterfall. Now, this town is perched, a ramshackle town is built around this unofficial second port on this island, is kind of just tossed together from driftwood and random planks and even some cloth in some sections. You can see ropes and cloths connecting between some of these buildings, rising up across haphazard peaks and little gullies. There's some areas are actually cobblestoned with some more traditional building. Other buildings are just ready to fall over. The most impressive building being that of the governor's, they call it the governor's palace, and it is perched on a tiny little, almost too small outcropping in the middle of this river. Bridges connecting it to the both sides of this small ramshackle town. You have just left, some of you have just left the governor's palace, and Elias clutching the hard-earned crystal ball that you got in the last game from the governor herself. And you now make your way back towards the rest of your companions in the inn. This is one of several drinking establishments. This is the nicer one, according to Jimmy, your companion, who Jay couldn't be here, unfortunately. So he couldn't be here, unfortunately, but he insisted this was the nicer of the inns that was available to you, and you are making your way back to this pseudo kind of courtyard of this 3-storied inn, ramshackle building that's 4 stories, relatively comfortable. I'm trying to remember who was with Elias at the governor's palace.
A few of us were, yeah.
Anyway, we can just say we're all back together again if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
Seems
good.
good.
And I think we have.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right, so
Because we do have rooms at the end.
Yeah. And you gather again. You can kind of find each other pretty easily in this kind of central courtyard area. And what do you want to do?
I can't believe you actually got a crystal ball from them.
Yeah, it's crazy what a little bit of sweet talking can do, and a little bit of goodwill.
We
So, are you saying you stole it then?
Oh no, she definitely gave it to me. I'm not a big stealer.
Goodwill just sounded like stealing.
No, actually, it was good intuition.
That's one way to put it.
Hey, big sweet talker.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rest for a bit so I can find my grandma. I'll see you guys in like half an hour.
Yeah, I have a desire to find your grandmother as well, for several reasons, at least some of which I will mention. The only reason I can imagine she was kidnapped was to get our attention, force our hand, set a trap for us. I tend to think when someone sets a trap for you, the best thing to do is walk right into it. Usually works out well for me.
Well, if you know it's there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't know it's there, then it's like walking downstairs when you think there's an extra step and there isn't.
I'm not sure that the fly would agree when they're sitting helpless in the spider's web trap. I'm just saying.
I just mean, if you know that there's no more steps, then you're fine. But if you don't, then you fall.
Yeah. So in this case, we know how many steps there are. There's always 14. Just count. Always.
Do we know how many steps there are? But I kind of agree. Why not spring the trap rather than have them spring it on us without us knowing what. At least we'll have an idea of it's happening now, rather than when could it possibly be sprung on.
The devil you know, I guess, kind of.
Wait, you know a devil? Lesrin pipes up.
Empty gives it a good thought. Running through the people that she knows, trying to figure out whether or not they're devils or not in her brain.
Roll a history check.
Eli's just
Insight.
gonna... Oh.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check on everyone I can remember. Yeah, sure. There she is. Insight?
Oh God, I just failed my insight check.
Only 14.
Talithar knows these people, right?
I
Like,
know that I'm gonna have to play Gordon today, so he'll be like, I know them a little bit. I've chatted with them somewhat. They technically are a mage faction, but they're a different one than I follow.
Well, you may not be able to answer this, but if you were them and you were trying to catch us by stealing one of our grandmothers, where would you take her and what would you do with her?
Well, first of all, let's make it very clear. I wouldn't do that. That is not. If I want somebody, I will kill them myself.
Well, we're speaking purely hypotheticals here. I mean, I appreciate your approach, but...
I mean, I would probably make sure they can find where we're keeping her, and I'd probably spring a trap as they walked in, I suppose.
Well, I mean, that's both of those are kind of a given. I was sort of, looking for more specific details.
I would definitely take the high ground.
Yeah, could you dampen the music a little bit, please?
Oh, sure.
High ground makes sense. And, so he'll stop and look around and actually, take that literally for a second.
Sure. Roll a nature check.
What is that? What's my nature? What's my nature? Silly
What's your
person.
nature? That's what all of us have to ask ourselves. That's
every day.
Part of the journey of life is determining. I'm going to stop.
12.
12. I mean, there's mountains you hiked past. There's lower ridges along pretty close to here. You actually hiked through some of them along the shore. Probably back close. The highest point you were near was when you left the swamp, kind of went up over a ridge, and then popped out on the coast. And then you've been working your way a bit downhill as you moved to the left from that.
Into the ravine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to actually walk away for a bit and do my find familiar because I've been with that one for way too long.
Absolutely. So Elias is resting. You're getting your familiar back. I'm going to say Balin is busy crafting something. And what else does anybody else want to do?
Empty's gonna just pull a stool over next to Elias's door, just so they don't get jumped in their sleep and have this precious crystal ball stolen. They might still come in through the window. I don't know.
I was thinking the exact same thing, and you jumped it before I did.
You can take the window.
Jay's character Jimmy is he's pretty drunk, snoring pretty loudly, and he's got his friend with him. He muttered something about a guy named Derek, and that was about all you got out of him. And they're both passed out. One of them's on a bunk in their room, the other one's on the floor.
We also got out of him that they had a ship.
And apparently this Derek has an inn with a ship, which I believe one of you figured out was at the Little Dock, which is actually just north of town. There is a dock in town that holds basically 2 ships, and it's full. And so there's another alcove further up the river that holds the third boat.
And we also found out that one of the locals was seeing a bull-headed creature, which turned out to be the Minotaur.
Well, there was that, but there was also some other kind of creature. And Talithar was like, yes, there's some kind of strange creature, but somewhere up near the Little Dock. Some kind of weird buffalo.
Long-necked buffalo.
Long-necked buffalo. So you guys have some leads. You got some people. You can go ahead and take a short rest. And tell anyone else want to do anything on their short rest.
Well, I think the definition of a short rest is you're not doing anything.
Well, only
Yeah,
people
Empty
need
will
it.
like meditate as best she can while staying alert. Just keep calm.
We'll definitely keep an eye on possible
Nice.
entry points to this little opening.
All right. So you go ahead and mark off a short rest completed, and take it from there. You all gather up again. You're all refreshed. Elias, I wasn't sure if you needed a long rest or just a short rest.
Just short rest, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and use scrying to try and find Grandma Dearest.
All right.
Clear a table off in the common area.
And to kind of put
It's
the
a
odds in
very
my favor.
Public common
Yeah.
area, by the way.
Oh, it would be like upstairs in my room. I'm not doing it like
Yeah, I was going to say, let's do
Yeah.
this upstairs.
Yeah,
does
there's
make more
3
sense.
floors with open center balconies. It's very open, but you go off into the biggest of your rooms, which is pretty cramped depending on how many people want to squeeze in there. Who was in there with Elias?
I'll go in with
Yana, do you tell us, or do you just start doing it after you rest?
I would probably just do it. Like so that way, like I would come downstairs, be like, "Hey, this is where it is."
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they'll still be downstairs.
That makes sense.
All right. So you clear off, shove the bed to the side, and you kind of clear off a section on the floor where you can lay things out. You've got the crystal ball in the middle. You sit and you focus for a while, just the way that your grandmother and other people who have trained you over the years have taught you. I'm going to need to go ahead and do an Arcana check for me.
Okay. Just to tip the scales in my favor, it says if you have like a possession or garment, it makes it easier.
Absolutely.
So I have that worthless potion that she gave me that she claimed was an heirloom.
That's right.
So I'm going to use that.
All right.
Cool. And Arcana, right?
Yep. I know it's a saving throw on their part, but just to see how it all comes down on your end of things. You have.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm going to say you've got
Nice.
a garment, so it's going to be +4 to whatever you roll.
Yeah.
That's a 27.
Plus 4 is 31.
+4 is 31.
31. Okay, so here's what happens. You close your eyes, you focus on the ball, and it's got that cloudy swirl going on inside of it, and you focus, and the swirl suddenly pauses and then runs in reverse for a second, and then and inside you can see an overhead view, a small it's almost like it's like a clearing in a low section with grass. It's daytime. It's bright out, and you can see up on the. It's a small clearing surrounded by peaks, like a low spot in between, nestled in between some small ridges and rocks. You can see several people perched up on those rocks, crossbows in hand. You can see in the center of this place a small campfire and about 4 people, all kind of standing around the campfire. A little camp. No tents, no bedrolls, but a small campfire. And they're stirring a quick little something over a pot over top of this campfire. You see Hudrick, the man who was in charge of these people, this particular mage tower. He and his right-hand person having a conversation, a half-elf woman in plate mail. Really, she held her own pretty well against Talithar, as you may recall. Now, although you were a little busy seeing all of that at that particular moment, but you do remember her from the bar. You see another person kind of kneeling down, huddled over with kind of a large billowing cloak, and you recognize it immediately. The shawl wrapped around her, keeping herself warm, even though it is bright sunny day out. It's still autumn and a little bit cool. And you see your grandmother kind of sitting calmly, patiently, looking into the flames as they're busy stirring a tea or a soup or something. And then she kind of looks straight up at your perspective, locking in on your eyes. And she gives an ever so slight smile and motions with her hand. And you come in closer, or do you stay back and observe?
Yeah, I'll go in closer.
You drive in, and she does the motion again, as you now are like really close already. And you're like just kind of watching, and it's as though she's now pretending to ignore you as Hudrick says something. Yes, I expect they'll come from the pass. I think they'll be trying to make their way around. There's some kind of... He's going on with his lieutenant about... he's aware there is a smuggler's cove of some kind, but he doesn't know where it is. And then she kind of flicks her eyes towards you and motions even closer, even though you're already sitting at the equivalent of what would be next to her. Do you go closer?
Yep.
You press right in. You, like, zoomed in right on her eye. And she looks, locks you in the eye. And you feel compelled. And all of a sudden, it's like you're standing there, tiny, on the edge of her eye. This gray iris, and right on the edge of her eye. And then suddenly you are in her eye, and it's a slope inwards, like a pit, pulling you into the black. There's a quick blink out, and you lose yourself for a second. And when you open your eyes again, you are surrounded by gray. As though, not the ethereal plane, you've been there before, but similar. In this space, it's gray and then fades away to darkness as it goes further away, except in one spot in front of you, which is almost like a portal, like a round iris looking out into the world, and you can see that scene you saw before. But you're not alone here. Stepping next to you, the little old woman, feisty woman, her cane in hand, and she looks up at you and looks to you, and although she is smiling, her voice drips with the sarcasm you know so well. Well, it took you long enough.
At least I'm here.
Yes. Well, what's the plan then?
That's a good question. I don't know. This was the beginning,
Well, have you
and
left
then
the
there's going to
island?
be a. No, we're coming to save you.
Well, foolish, but I suppose.
I wasn't just gonna let you. What? No, I wasn't gonna let you just be kidnapped. We're coming for you.
What, these fools?
Just-
They can't hold me forever. They don't have the stones for it.
And at that moment, she actually said that last part out loud around the campfire. And one of the guards who's nearby kind of gives her a look like, "What?"
Okay, just stay out of danger, and we'll be right there. I know you can probably handle yourself, but I have a feeling that the people I'm traveling with have some business with these people too. So it's like a two birds, one stone thing. I'm not calling you a bird; it's just a metaphor.
Is that, Goliath fellow with him? With you?
Yes,
Good.
and he's
He seemed competent. I don't know about the rest of
He-
your friends.
He's very eager to help you out too. Okay, I'm gonna end the conversation here. We're gonna come save you. Bye, Grandma. Because he just does not want to think about the idea of her engaging in such things.
And so as you start to pull back and you're out of the iris and you start to fly upwards away, you can see her kind of look up at you for a second and in your head, and she managed to clamp her hand over her own mouth and she mumbles this out loud, but I need you to do a perception check for me right now.
Come on, Brandon. Come on.
For speed.
Not bad. Not bad.
So you catch part of it with a 15 as you're going away, and you catch her say,
But look out, I haven't even told you about the...
and the winds and the swirl and your back.
Cool. He's gonna take a couple seconds to just get reacclimated, and then just kind of hurry out his door. Not run because he doesn't want to like attract attention, but very briskly walk. Sees empty and just kind of gestures to her to follow him, and then
Did it go well?
I think so.
She's like,
Ish.
in step.
And he's basically gonna recount everything he just saw because he does have keen mind. So
Oh, nice. All the details.
Yeah.
So you counted at least 6 crossbowmen, as well as probably another 5 guards with either halberds, hand-to-hand weapons anyway. And then Hudrick and the right hand. I gave her a name at one point, but I don't remember.
If Gorb is here.
That's right. Can't rely on Gordon now.
Yep. No note taker now. I get to make stuff up. All right. As you're gathering up, Jimmy comes down. He seems sober enough anyway, having kind of splashed some water in his face, walking down. Dapper, older guy, I believe. And he comes down and he's motions you all. He's like, "Oh, right, I've got some news. All right, so Derek's gonna get us in good. We'll be able to get on the ship and get out of here. They apparently need to do something, but they could use a bit of help. So, who's with me?"
I'll help out.
After we rescue Grandma,
And Balin is like, what's the help with? Well, it's some kind of repairs. They need some equipment in the boat. Somebody who's good at fixing stuff. And Balin pipes up, I can do that. And Talathar's like, you mean down by the... Oh,
You mean over by, Little Dock?
aye, that's right. I don't know why suddenly Jimmy's Scottish. He changes. He's He's a local. He's able to change. He's got that feat where, as a mastermind, he's able to sound like a local. Stop!
That's true.
Anyway, so Talathar's like,
So if you're going over near Little Dock, there's something I want to check out that way.
so Balin and Talathar are down to go with Jimmy. AKA, this is the DM's way of getting out of having to play all of their characters.
I noticed that. I was not going to draw attention to it.
Oh, is
And-
that why you didn't
Unless-
take me up on going?
Who said that?
Yeah, I'm just
A
gonna
little
go with
birdie.
them.
I feel like grandma's situation.
Hey, I'm
We'll
happy.
solve that.
I don't want to railroad. You can go that way if you want to.
No.
And Lesserin's also gonna be like, I can come along. And he and
Lizard
Balin have
boy,
been
go
pretty
fix the boat.
inseparable. Sorry, was that Steve?
I said, "Lizard boy, go fix a boat."
It is not my speciality, but I will try.
I'm
Lizard
happy.
You do great.
Fix a boat.
All right. So, the rest of you, they begin to gather up, and they listen in enough to know a bit of the plans. Should you guys want to involve them or be able to pass along information, but other than that, their path is set. What about the rest of you? Oh, you
I
got
do
a
have a
pretty
question.
good. Oh, go ahead.
Are you able to do that casting again at some point today?
Scrying.
Yes.
If I have a short rest.
If
I
it
think.
was, I think you can only do arcane recovery once per.
Okay. No.
Yes, once per long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Elias, do you know where she is? Do you think you know where she is exactly? Or even
She didn't tell me, and I will admit I did leave my connection in a haste because of some unfortunate thoughts. And then I just pretty much described to them like what I saw in hopes that it'll trigger, like, paint a good enough visual image for them that like it might spring up an idea.
Okay, I'm going to send my familiar, who I've cast as an eagle again,
Nice.
to go fly around and see if it can identify such a place. / also just plain find all of them.
I'm gonna say with that Arcana roll that was so good, I'm gonna say that you got a pretty good idea of which location, in relation to where you are, that location was, and it was basically northwest, probably north by northwest from this direction, and not that far. Probably like I don't know, maybe a half day's walk, maybe not even that far. So, Steve, you send. Off goes the eagle.
And I'm just
I
gonna
wish I had some visual in this.
head in that direction. Like, let's go. We can talk on the way.
Eli, did it
Yeah.
look like they were ready to camp for the time being? Or
There was
did they
a
look like they-
campfire.
Okay. But did they look like they were getting ready to just stay put?
Yeah, they did mention something about they thought we would attack from the path. So I think they are expecting us. How many of us, I don't know. But some of us for sure.
So we find a different entrance. If you
Yeah.
got in there, could you, like, get her out? Do you have like magic for that?
No, not really. I could communicate with her, but that reminds me I should probably invest in learning something like Dimension Door if I can in the future, but I'll have to find that spell. I've always wanted to learn it. Now would be the chance.
Well,
Somewhere in the back of your mind, your grandma's like,
But
if worst comes to worst, I can also spirit away grandma to a safer location if fighting occurs. Unless your grandma wants to stay, because she seems like she can handle it. So
yeah, I feel like my grandma will be fine. She implied that she wanted us to leave her there. So,
over.
Nobody kidnaps someone I just met and gets away with it.
good to know.
He says as he's very much like almost out of earshot at this point.
he's carrying his long leg out of here.
He's
I
going.
did assume we were all walking and talking at there.
oh yeah, absolutely, sure.
Yeah.
So you guys are
Okay.
already gathering up all the stuff you need, and Jimmy promises as you're going out the door, well, we'll have the ship all ship shape by the time you ship back.
Okay.
Of course, Jay would say it funnier.
Good thing they don't have me around, because last time when we tried to parachute, it didn't go so well.
You're
With me there.
relatively experienced, at least.
Experienced that. But yeah,
All right, so so you're hiking for quite a while. You go out past the gate. The rogues at the gate let you through. This is now the third time. In fact, they seem a little bit like impressed. Oh, it's back! As Elias, who conned them so well last time with Gex's help, kind of gets recognized. They're like, "All right, you're coming back though, right?"
Yep, I owe someone a promise, so kind of have to.
Good. And then you see the big guy that you looked at his cars walk by, and he kind of hides, like scared of you as you walk on past. So you make your way out of town. I'm going to get two of you to do. Either one of you can do it with advantage, or two of you can do survival checks just to make sure you get to the right location. You're going to do this. Actually, no, not with
Survival.
advantage yet. I'm going to get. If you're being quiet, I'll get everybody to roll stealth checks, and in a minute we'll stop there. Let's see what that does.
I have a +8 to the survival, if that helps.
Yeah, I'd
I
like to
will-
roll. I sort of know the area, I guess, ish, just because it's the same like island.
that makes
I will
But,
do whatever I have to do to make sure it's stealth that I'm rolling.
Cool. Yeah, I think I propose like, if there's a separate way in, maybe I go the other way, and I don't know if they recognize me with you. I could maybe be a distraction. I don't
Is
really
this
know what
back
else
up
I'd be
where I set the
helpful with.
wall? Are we headed back up to where I set the wall so they couldn't come down?
You're going to go past that on the way, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
You want me to try and see what I come up with?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to let that 14 stand? Oh!
No.
Unfortunately.
When you have a +12 to something, sometimes you get high rolls.
All right, so...
Everybody step aside. Let the expert do this.
Oh no, she said it now.
Oh no. she said it. Oh,
I guess she is.
Not fair.
that is true. I mean, sometimes.
So
You're not better at this than me. You just rolled a 20.
you end up going absolutely the wrong way for a good 20 minutes, and then you're all just like, "Where's Isolde?" And she's gone the right way, and then suddenly she comes back and finds you all, and then takes you the right way. So you lose a bit of time, but you make it up by her finding a shortcut on the way back. So, can I get everybody to do a stealth check for me?
Oh, brother, here we go.
Done.
Can
Oh, I
I
didn't see
like
yours.
split? Like, I do float this idea of maybe I'm approaching separately, and if I
Not
do
good.
that, can I split off and not like attract attention to the main group? Assuming the group agrees to that plan, I don't know if they will or not.
Well, I mean, we still got half a day's walk to get there. Or are we
I don't
just
know
not
exactly
leaving?
what
It's
this
probably-
stealth check is tracking. Yeah.
We're jumping ahead in time a little bit.
Okay.
It's basically maybe another 45 after the half-hour wrong way, almost 40 minutes back to the correct way, then another 45 minutes and you'll be there. So like an hour and a half walking. It's
Okay,
now
so
probably
before
about
we
2
get
in,
too
the, 2 in
close-
the afternoon.
Yeah, before we get too close, I want to stop everyone and I want to do some kind of like bird reconnaissance / stealthing around in the woods to check out the situation and then come back and we'll have a little game plan sesh.
Sure.
Okay.
So you stop kind of a ridge away, as it were, and you scatter out. Can I get your familiar to do a perception check for me?
I'll ask.
Which should have advantage.
Within how far did you say we were going to be from them at this point?
At this point, you're
Within
probably,
3 miles?
Oh yeah, definitely within 3 miles.
That's a dirty 20 on the bird's perception.
Nice. All right. So that's good. Yeah, you get pretty much the same view that Elias had. You pick out probably about 6 or so crossbow people scattered around the perimeter of this area between two kind of outcroppings that rise up. So they're not quite at the top of the outcropping, but it'd be very hard to climb from the other side. So basically the entrance to this canyon is from the north end or the south end. And so there's some trees scattered around and some rocks and stuff. You know what? I can probably just go ahead and show it to you. So let's because with the dirty 20 and you drawing in the dirt and stuff, I'm gonna say you got it. So let me show you the map.
Or use like
And
twigs.
I'm
and
actually
branches
looking
and-
for campfire smoke.
Actually, not even, Todd. What I would do is what I did before when I was doing the puppet show. I'll use my little minor illusion, and I'll make a little.
Just a little
I'll make a
diorama.
little. Here you go. So there's this guy over here,
And it's
right here,
live
and
too.
this
Like
guy's
the
over
little
here.
mini guy walks around. No, it's just a picture, but then you update it. It's like satellite photo. Very
Pretty
cool.
much.
Whoa, you can do magic too? I didn't know that.
It's just very simple tricks and nonsense.
Does that mean you
Alright.
could teach me?
Can I what now? Who now?
If it's simple, can you teach me?
I don't
I
see
can
nothing on
try.
screen.
I don't know. I mean, I just
Alright.
kind of do it.
Cool. I'm seeing a black screen currently.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sorry.
same here.
Yep, that's okay. I intentionally, because you're not actually there yet. There we go. You should see it now.
Sure.
And you
I
know
can
what?
see a corner.
You done so good. I'll temporarily turn off dynamic lighting so that you can see the whole thing. Because you did
Oh,
a
it's just
great
a-
job scouting.
George.
Oh, get back here.
Oh, there's
Gentlemen.
lots of them.
Look at all those dudes in purple. Okay, so
Hey,
I have ideas, but
yeah, do sort of
mostly my
why.
ideas involve being sneaky and going up behind people and slitting their throats. Any other suggestions on top of all of that?
Yeah, I was picturing this different. I don't think just walking in there would work.
Nope.
Mhm.
Well, definitely, perhaps we can tackle those that are situated higher up.
I mean, it's still maybe possible that if, like, some or one of us is separate, we can show up as, like, a lost traveler who's just saw, like, a campfire and thought, maybe there's someone who can help us, and then that's, I don't know. Maybe they just kill us. I don't really know these people.
Is there one of us
They
that
probably
these ones... Sorry, is there one of us that these people have never seen before?
I think it's Sheena.
Ashina.
We might have to volunteer you that you should walk right into the middle of them and put on some kind of, hey, can I warm myself by your fire? While the rest of us sneak around in the bushes and get stabby.
All the attention.
Yeah.
I mean, you could wait until nightfall if you want to.
Also,
Then we
it's
can't
easier to
see
be
them.
stabby at night.
Then we'd have a hard time seeing them.
True.
Eh.
I mean, I guess that's the question, is, like, who can see in the dark?
I can. on a
I
spell.
can.
Well, here's the thing. Like, anybody can see in the dark if you just wait long enough. You can see better in the dark. Just, the real trick is when you're in the dark and there's a campfire, don't look at the campfire, because then your eyeballs adjust to the light of the campfire. You need to look away from the campfire and look at the people. Sneak up behind them. And get stabby.
Could you cover the campfire in one of these? And I'm, like, pointing to the minor illusion construction that you're making.
Mm-hmm.
Would that work, or would it shine through?
I could definitely snap my fingers and make the fire bigger or smaller, or put it out or light it. With but a thought.
Wow.
I know, right? It's so cool.
This is Grandpa.
Grandpa's
Yeah,
telling the kids how
showing
close
off
up magic works.
I got your ear. Oh, I got your ear. Got you.
I enjoy also, like, clearly Elias is, like, a more powerful wizard, but this is, like, cool parlor trick, so it's more interesting. Right?
If we can somehow get Hudrick and I think her name was Ashara, closer to us, I can separate them from the rest of the henchmen.
That would be handy.
Oh, am I seeing a lot of trees there?
Yeah, there's a fair number of trees. Wow, you were super loud all of a sudden.
That's because I was hollering, basically.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I do have an idea.
Okay.
Okay.
I can command plants
Oh.
to surround every one of them so that they can't move.
And then can I stab them?
Well, you'd have to get through the tree.
I mean, we just
What I'm
need
going to
to
do
get
is
her
have
and get out,
trees
right?
completely surround each individual person.
We could also do the could also just do the grab her and run for it.
Yeah,
You know,
they're really out in the open more than I expected.
It could just kind of like, we could create a distraction and I could stealth in as close as possible and then just run in there and grab her and keep running.
Here, do you want to borrow my cloak for
Ooh.
Quick.
Yeah,
Escape.
sneaky clothes. I mean, I can also turn myself invisible.
No. If you remember, she's got a trick.
I can just walk into the camp. They don't know who I am.
Mhm.
And within the camp, I could be sitting there talking with Grandma, maybe, if I can get close enough to her, and cast. What is it?
How about we do all of the above? How about you go in there and talk up a storm, and as they're distracted, we start slitting throats as stealthily as possible, and as soon as that stops working, then I'll run and grab Grandma.
Okay,
And the
I can do that.
tree.
And then you do the trees. As soon as I grab Grandma, then
It
you
takes
do
me
the trees.
10 minutes to cast it.
That's fine.
While you're talking to her.
Yeah, I don't know. If it takes 10 minutes to cast, that might not work.
But which plant are you,
Yeah, right.
Which spell are you talking about there, Donnie?
Speak with plants.
Oh yeah, yeah. You could.
I can actually.
It's concentration, so you could cast it before, and for however long it lasts, you have the ability to speak with plants and ask them
And
to
command
do
them
minor
to
favors.
do certain actions.
Command
I
is a bit
wouldn't be
strong, but
harming any.
ask, yeah.
I wouldn't actually be harming them. Only surrounding them so that they can't move.
Yeah. You could definitely. You're welcome to try.
The spell doesn't enable plants to uproot themselves and move about, but they can freely move branches and tendrils and stalks. Okay.
There's a fair
Right.
number of trees in that area.
Exactly, on both sides of the pass.
Okay,
The only ones I would have problems with are the ones that are in the pass.
let's take a short break and then come back and unleash the fury.
Sounds excellent. All right, so you have a bit of a game plan, and we'll see how it all shakes out in just a few minutes. Everybody, go get the die that always treats you nice, and grab a berry or a snack. Internet, if you want me to throw anything at them that they haven't expected yet, feel free to throw it into comments as well and spend some of them plot points. Everybody else will be back in, what do we want, 10 minutes? I think we want 10.
No,
5?
we'll come
7?
back with a word from our sponsor too.
Ooh, nice. A word from our sponsor in just a couple minutes. All right, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week's sponsor, brought to you by Rami Shackleton's Reverse Kidnapping Services. What are reverse kidnapping services, you ask? Well, in a nutshell, we take random people who no one cares about and force you to look after them. You ever need to ensure your enemies are overloaded with responsibilities? Dump a preteen on them. Need to preoccupy pesky adversaries? Send them a set of orphan twins. You got a young power couple next door pissing you off with their incessant free time, extra sleep, double income, dinner parties, quiet mornings alone, and Sunday brunches? Ensure they never have a day without being told they need to eat more. Dump a random grandmother who's lost her whole family on them. Now available in double cute, extra doe-eyed, super shabby, and dirt cake. Bonus lower lip quiver available for a fee upon request. Revenge!
Nicely done, sir. Welcome back, everybody. And thank you to Steve for being our friendly neighborhood copywriter, apparently. Everybody gets one. All right. We are
I
coming back.
encourage viewers to make, use of their plot points to force me to write ads at any time.
Ooh, yes, absolutely. Yes, and that can
Very
go
good.
after the fact as well. So if you're listening to the podcast, you can write a review, throw in the request for the fake sponsor, and we're happy to do that. Or you can hit us up on Instagram as well. And don't forget to kick? Yeah, just kick. Just kick the buttons for subscribe and like and all of that. Just kick them. It'll be fine. Just hoof your device across the room in memory of us. Please note, don't do that. Because that would be, I will not replace your phone. Anywho, let's dive back in, shall we? I believe the party was gathered around on the drawing in the dirt and minor illusion diorama to try and come up with a plan as to how y'all are gonna rescue Grammy. Here we go. Back in.
So, Hilda,
Yes.
what was that? What was that cloak you were talking about lending me? What does it do?
Not you remember, but it helps to create a dimension door.
What exactly is a dimension door?
Eli,
know,
is that
that's-
this file you were talking about?
Cut to 4 minutes later after like hand signs and like a short reenactment and more diorama. You now understand what Dimension Door does.
Okay. So you have the cloak and can use the dimension door so that
So is there like a limit to the number of jumps I can do with it?
you can use it once. So
Okay.
that's why I think the best person to do this, instead of me, is someone who can sneak in there, who has a lot of speed, because I am a dwarf and my legs are very short. But
And I think
you,
you're wearing
as a
pretty
Goliath-
heavy armor, so that kind of wrecks your sneak.
Yeah.
I think I can be sneaky. I have self-confidence in my sneaking abilities. And yeah. So, all right. I think I will layer that with some invisibleness. And what else could I do to make it even worse on them?
Invisible would be just all you need to get in there.
Yeah, I'm sure
Grab a
they'd
hold of
be.
grandma and cloak out.
Well, yeah, but the problem is they have a pretty good magey guy over there. So if then he'll be able to see me when I'm invisible. He'll be able to know if there's a magic-y person being invisible. So we also need a normal human beer distraction of some kind.
When you grab her, I mean, assuming that all works, it feels weird to say it that way. They're gonna
It's
suddenly
not the
know
first time.
something happens. Like,
Yeah.
we need a plan for after you get out, and presumably they start chasing.
I can.
Yeah. So here's my thought. I'll be invisible and also sneaky, and I will go and on my way to getting Granny, murder as many people as possible, as sneakily as possible, while Machina is there at the campfire being all distracty and casting all of her magical magics. And then I will grab Granny and dimensionally door us out of there to somewhere good. But if we are followed, we have you guys set up ready to ambush the pursuers and make them.
It's a counter ambush.
Yeah, that's it. It's
What is the direction that we are approaching this
You
area?
could make your way around from either direction, north or south, are going to be easiest. It would be quite a climb to come from the sides, either east or west. However, it is possible, maybe, with enough.
Which way are they
stealth
expecting
checks.
us? They were expecting us coming up from the south?
Either south or north, but they did seem to have more attention, a little bit more attention to the to the south. It seems
That's
where
what I
they're
thought.
a little more, they're about even.
Once you grab Grandma, I can create a wall of fire, and that should buy us a bit of time.
I can create a wall completely across that ravine.
Okay, magic uses.
What the hell's it called?
Any additional plan factors you would like to add or suggest? Anyone?
I'll just stand at the ready
I can't
to
cast that.
kill them.
Yeah, we just need to know where you're going.
Oh,
Me?
yes,
Yeah.
I can.
Think me.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Todd. I can cast higher level out of the staff than what I can normally use myself.
If it's in the staff, yes.
Okay, I can. I can cast a wall of thorns.
Nice. Get your Maleficent on.
Okay, well, I go back to my diorama and go, I'm going to sneak like this. Which, if I go over to the actual thing and get a painting tool and zoom out, move down, I'll be like, I'm gonna sneak like this over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
along the ridge.
Okay.
Kind of like this, and then stab this guy. And then
Oh.
sneak over and
You went
stab
past
this
one.
guy. and then I will go over here and grab Granny, and then be gone. Like that.
Now that's...
What if you just grabbed her and left? Why do you have to stab those? Won't they like make noise and also be dead?
When their dead bodies drop.
Uh,
Oh, unless that's distraction.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Sorry.
yeah, well, I mean, stabbing's fun, so I'm only gonna stab these guys if I can get away with it without being seen.
Okay.
Okay. Who are these? I mean,
Well-
they stole her. It's, I guess, yeah.
I mean, empty.
Huh?
It may be difficult to understand. Oh, sorry.
There's also one down here.
Is it?
So,
Yeah.
Ashina, when we grab Granny, I can cut them off, and then maybe you barricade wherever we're running from so they can't follow.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Possibly put it down across here. It's good for 120 feet wide,
That's very good.
Okay.
which that looks about 120 feet where I've drawn, right? But
Yeah,
that's
probably.
not to say they can't go up over the around the mountain area as well. So
Should buy us enough time to run.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you all haven't dealt with these people before, but Gex and I have. We can run, but this guy that's leading them, he's really he will come after us. I'm just saying, like, he followed Gex and I here to try to
Oh.
kill us.
Like,
Yeah.
the question is more, instead of meeting them where they're already encroached and ready to attack, we're leading them out so that it becomes more even playing ground for either side.
And if some reason we make it back to where we were, they did mention they didn't know that where the secret port was, and I feel like they're not going to be the guards aren't going to be fond of people running at us, people they don't know. So if somehow we make it back, we might be okay. I don't think they're going to try and charge the town.
What if we do it the opposite way? This might not be worth doing, and so shoot this plan down if it's terrible. But what if I dimension door in there and just murder the leader?
That might
Last-
get
That's
stand
an
down.
option.
I'm personally
You and
partial to
Granny
that plan
can leave.
because I don't want him
Definitely
to keep
back you up
coming
on
after
that
us.
idea. Let's go get him.
I think the less we interact with him, the better, because the last time we tried to kill him, somehow I died.
That's a good point.
I-
Forgot about
And
that.
we don't know if whatever the hell was following him might still be around him. Oh.
Well, yeah, but he's the only one who's not like chumpy. You know, I feel like if I murder him to death, it's all going to be fine after that.
Let's call it Grandpa Intuition.
Which one is the magic user?
I recognize
Seems
him.
like everybody.
Yeah, you recognize that is the grandma. The grandma is here, just
Yeah.
by the
Okay.
fire. There is another the guy Hudrick who's in charge is this gentleman right here that I'm pinging, just right next to her basically. But he's in conversation with two others. This person with a spear and this person also in slightly different attire than the guard-looking people. So it's a little bit hard to say who's a caster. They're all wearing armor or vestments of the Mage Tower. So yeah, but definitely this guy you have seen Hudrick cast before. In fact, I'm going to call it Hudrick. There we go. Now you have Hudrick's name tag, so you at least know who he is. And he is a caster of some kind. As you remember, he went invisible during the bar fight and got away.
Wait, where's? I don't see no tag.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
either.
visible for players, but
Oh, really? That sucks.
So if we're considering using the cloak to get in, maybe it's more about getting as many people in at the same time. Because if some of us can sneak in, but others of us can't, and two people can go in with the cloak, then surprise.
Well, who's the tankiest? Hilda, right?
Yeah.
So
I
maybe we both go in there. We teleport in and just get the guy, and you attack him. I'll stay invisible and just scoop Granny and run.
Sounds like a survivable plan. Yes. I believe in you.
Everyone else kind of attacks from as much of an unseen position as possible.
Yeah.
Because I can. Can I cast invisibility twice? I can, because I can cast it on her too. Once I get there.
Invisibility. There's like some rule about. I think it's concentration, so you can't have it cast twice. But if you cast it at a higher level, you can cast it on two people.
You'd have to cast it at level 3.
How do I undo the lines I drew?
You'd have to select them and delete them with the arrow tool.
Yeah,
I got
so I could do that actually. And
But you'd be doing it once you're in there, so you teleport
Yeah.
in and then cast it.
and I'll scoop her and cast it on the both of us and then run away. And
I think you might be right that we need to subdue them, because if they're all wizards, they're all wizards. It's like a bunch of wizards.
One,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
At least I can just get Granny to safety and drop her off, and then we can unleash the fury on these guys. Does that make
Saying
sense?
that Hilda is already going to be unleashing the fury.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm seeing us outnumbered big time here. There's four
Well,
of them not even near the camp. They're up north.
What's
That's
an
not
adventure
outnumbered.
without your death?
That's not outnumbered at all.
Four,
That's
I
fine.
guess that's the question.
five,
We
six,
could either
7, 8.
all go in
And-
like fast and get one of
11.
them, or you can pull Granny out and then like bottleneck them, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah,
so?
that's kind of more back to the original plan. Okay,
Right.
so we
I
workshop.
think the other plan's still
14 against
Reasonable.
5 isn't outnumbered.
Let's go back to the original plan.
And they're all
Technically, you're six.
casters.
You're six.
There's 6 of us.
And not all of them are
all of
casters,
them.
at least not that you know of. Some of them are wearing heavy armor, plate mail, long swords, some of them battle axes and spears. So if they're all casters, they're weird.
Shouldn't
Well,
I've
we
never
ask?
encountered them, so I don't know.
You did see
Was
them
that
fight a
Bella?
little bit in the bar, so you have a bit of a memory of some of them. A lot of them just are like crossbow wielding or weapon wielding folk, at least by appearance. It's a little hard to tell. And while Gex's minor illusion diorama is very good, it may not be entirely perfect. Wait, Steve, I need you to roll for diorama. I'm late
what
to
were
the
you
party.
saying, Bella?
Arcana, please.
Oh, I was just gonna say maybe we should just Elias, what do you want to do? She's your grandmother. You know her better than we do.
I mean, honestly speaking, she could probably take all 15 by herself. But
Oh,
I think I think Hilda was right. If we can get Grandma and then at least make it somewhere where the battleground is a bit more even, then we fare a better chance. And kind of use the same principles we've developed here. If Ashina and I can segregate them once we get to somewhere more even, and then Gex can sneak around and do his sneaky stuff, and Empty can do that thing where she turns into like a being 4 times her size.
Oh, hold on. I just thought of something really horrible.
Uh-huh.
If Hudrick is the person who can do like magic and stuff, he's like a wizard. Aren't you like a wizard too, Elias? So in theory, couldn't he do that thing that you did to kind of look in on your grandmother? Can he do that to us? Is that how he found us in the first place?
it's a good point.
He had something tracking us before, like a white bird or something. But if he continues to track us, as long as we get some speed on them, they have 15, we have 5, 6.
Well,
We
I'm
can
just
move
saying
faster.
we might not be as surprisey as we think we are. Just be prepared for that.
I think we do something very crazy. I think Hilda.
Just go in and kill them.
No, I think Hilda, you run at me with your axe, and you just try to kill me, and then I'll just dimension door us in, and then you can finish your swing at the other end of the dimension door, like right into a brain hole, and then I'll grab Granny and invisible us and run away, and they'll all start chasing us, and then I will lead them down over somewhere like, I don't know, here, somewhere, where it's a little more caverny, and we can funnel them, and then we just murder them all.
But what about Hilda?
There very well
Yeah.
could be caverns around. You could look for one if you want to.
Best
For what?
I was going to say, in this kind of terrain, it wouldn't be unnatural to have caverns around. You could look for one if you like.
Oh yeah, I'll send my familiar to Cavern Scout.
Sure, go
I'd
ahead and roll.
actually
You're going to lose live eyes on them, but you can roll perception to go look for caves. Roll for splunking.
18.
18
Well,
for
he's-
splunking. You do actually spot not too far away, probably about a good 15-minute run from where you are now. You're probably about 10 minutes from the this pass where they are bunkered up. But you about 15 minutes the other way towards the coast from here, you actually find a pretty sweet looking cave. It's got like a little outcropping on the outside and a pretty big opening, but it's a bit of a climb up to the gate, so it would be it would be either Heidi Cave or possibly a place to lure them into.
The problem with that is we won't have an escape.
Not that you
And
can
not
tell
only
from
that,
the
there
familiar.
could be something in there that we don't know about yet.
Okay,
Something
Can
living
I
inside
do
of
a quick? Sorry, Todd.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I do a quick check to look at the area around where we can see, like through this pass,
Sure.
for just trying to observe if there's anything unnaturally out of place, as i.e. a trap they may have set.
Like an undead or...
Just something
Okay.
that they
Go
might
ahead.
have set to stop us knowing we're coming.
Sure. Can I get you to do... you're going to have to get a little closer. Like I said, you're about 10 minutes physically away because you were relying on your eye in
The
the
bird.
sky. But if you go hiking a little ways and then do a stealth check and a perception check for me, I'll let you scout out the entrance a little bit.
Hold up. Don't even bother.
Okay.
Commune with nature. I'm casting Commune with nature.
That smells
Dang.
great. I love that
All
spell.
right.
You instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about the following subjects as they relate to the area: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, and/or peoples, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, influence from other planes of existence, and buildings.
All right.
I am
So-
going to do the area where that cave entrance was at, since we've already passed it, and it is still within 3 miles of us.
All right. So you're choosing to check out that cave rather than the pass that you're
I'm
currently
cho-
in?
The area around as well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You can probably do. I'll allow both. So,
I can do a
I need you
300
to do.
300-foot radius.
Sure. I'm going to get you to just do a. You can either choose perception or nature, and then and I'm going to do this with advantage, and the DC is quite low because of the nature of the spell. I just want to see kind of what all you get.
But it's a spell being cast.
It is, but I'm still gonna. It may or may not notice certain particular. Whoa, damn! With a perception of 25. Okay, so the winds, you attune yourself for the moment. Everyone else is talking about all these plans and jumping around and leaping through hoops and you just tune it all out. And the little dragon is nuzzled in next to you, and you just listen to the wind. And you begin to breathe, and you can feel super subtle vibrations in the rocks, and just you can hear whispers of nature on the wind, not menacing. It's comforting to you, and very quickly you begin to get a sense of what is around. You sense the pass. We'll talk about the pass first. You sense the pass, the entrance north and south from this range. You can sense the people there. About you get all the crossbow people that you've seen. I believe there's 6 crossbow people stationed around up on the rocks. Just they're subtle, and it comes to you in flashes. A root getting trampled on, and you can hear it complain across this natural connection that you've got through this strange druidic magics. You can hear the kind of gruff breath of the guards as they march around. Everything seems as Gex's familiar and diorama has showed you. You can sense the quietness of the grandmother, the crackling of the fire. You can sense, you hear the jangle of the holy symbol of the creature, of the person rather, sitting next to the fire. Not Hudrick, the other one. Seems to be some kind of holy person. You can smell a little bit of the incense just blowing on the wind, that maybe they were near, in a rite that they were nearby. You can smell and sense Hudrick's anger, the grating of his teeth vibrating the air. You can sense him as he's prepping up spells, kind of going through a list as he's quietly muttering. You can also hear there is something on him that is dangerous, and the trees shudder away from him slightly as he's walking around. It's not him, it's something he is, a necklace, something around his neck that he carries with him. The trees naturally want to recoil from, and you get the sense of the trees. You get a flash almost of what they're saying, of like, the fire, as though the crackle of a forest fire is a distant memory to root and rock.
Zoom out and zoom in on the cave that we passed.
Now the spell is beginning to fade. You're not going to have as detailed a look at it, but you did ask for it. So you zoom into the cave and you go down the entrance, and you hear the squishing of moss. You almost sense the dripping of the rocks of natural moisture, except hitting something that doesn't belong in there, something that is a little bit strange. The other thing you notice right away is that pass, you feel deep inside this cave, there's a creature there, an evil stench, it seems furry, and you're getting this by way of the fungal network, so they're not exactly intelligent, but basically, and I mean like the roots, passing along, you can sense this strange death stench coming off of this creature. You can also...
Fiend?
It is neither.
Or undead?
It is not undead. However, there is something else in the cave with it. You sense a good boy, and you can see this chunk of meat that looks to be almost the entire upper part of a rib cage, humanoid, bloody. In fact, there's even some clothes still attached, thrown into a corner, and this massive creature starts to chew on it.
I'm out of it. I'm snapping out.
Well, it doesn't sense
I'm going to let people know we do not need to go near that cave. There's something in there.
One last thing as you pull away, you're like, whoa, there's something nasty in there. At least a couple things. As you pull away, you're coming back, and you sense a smell, kind of sandalwood kind of scent, almost like an incense burned, and you've smelled it somewhere before with your perception of 25. Talithar and Balin and Lesserin and Jimmy and Derek walking along a path just on the edge of that 3-mile range. Not very far from that cave. And you're back.
Okay, so we might have help coming then. I will
Just to be
relay
clear,
to everybody what
they
I
are
saw.
3 miles that way and moving away from you. On the edge, then quite close to them is that cave. And then 2.5 miles and you guys. And then another half mile back to this passage in the opposite direction.
So it looks like they just came out of that cave?
No, but they're walking along a path quite near it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll relay everything to everybody that what I saw.
Um,
The cave is definitely occupied. And it's not exactly friendly, people. It's not friendly. Neither of these guys are. I get that. If we go to that cave, we're going to be stuck between a rock and a hard spot because we're going to be sandwiched between two.
Right.
Did I sense any other caves?
Or
I mean, there were probably small outcroppings and little nooks and crannies here and there, but I mean, it's not nothing particularly of note. You might be able to find another pass or an outcropping that you could be up on top of for the high ground. You get a good sense of what the lay of the land is in the 3-mile radius, but no other major cave networks per se.
Are Gex and Hilda still with us?
Oh, did they take off?
for about a half second longer.
so we're
When I
not considering
When I detected Hoodrick, did I detect the celestial, the Fey Fiend, or what undead out of him?
You sensed the trees around him sensed a raging forest fire emanating from his necklace.
But he himself, I did not
He himself is human.
detect.
Or
Okay.
I don't remember if I said he was human. Where's Gordon when I need him? Yeah.
As much as I liked the whole fictional positioning of casting the spell does actually make you ask questions, so you don't just get necessarily everything. So if you want more detail, Donnie, I think you could ask those 3 questions. But
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
probably
Let's count it
the
at 3.
extent of the spell.
Sorry, I probably gave too much. Well, I'll count that as 1.
No, I think that's fine. I just
Yeah.
after what you've given, you get those 3 questions.
Sure. What 3 questions
I think we
about
got,
anything
I think we
in that
got the
range?
information that we needed. I personally did not know Hoodrick myself. I've never encountered him. So I would naturally take a look at him as I saw him to begin with.
And he is a magic user of some kind, judging by the way he comports himself and what you know. Other than that, he seems to be humanoid, mortal.
So do I, and I'm celestial.
Well, time to make things happen.
All right.
Are you going now? You're not waiting for the dark?
All right.
Well,
I guess we
yeah,
can
well, wait.
stick to our
I thought we
plans.
had waited for the dark.
I don't know. I wasn't clear on that.
Yeah, we waited for the dark.
Okay.
No
So,
matter,
just
no
one
matter
second.
what we did, we were doing that. But
The amount of diorama creation.
yeah, that's the time.
Great.
He hand painted each one.
did. We're over on the dark map now. Look at. That's just great. So we're going with Plan 2B.
Or not to be?
I'm assuming that Ashina relays all of that information about the necklace.
Yes.
So maybe Hilda, that's what you ought to target with your axie swinging.
Let's see how well we come out of that dimension door.
Yep. Ashina, are you gonna go there and wander pretendingly into the camp?
Yes,
Or no?
I will.
Okay, as soon as you are there having a conversation, we're going to attack.
All right. Whoa.
Wrong button. Sorry,
Whoa.
that was my narrator voice. All right. I can almost do that. Damn, that scared the crap out of me. It got dark. It's nighttime. You're about to die. Oh, never mind. All right, so Ashina, you're walking forward, not stealthing, I'm guessing? Or is that the plan? Go ahead and move your mini.
Before I leave the party, I am going to cast freedom. Where is it? Freedom of movement. Come on. I know I have it somewhere here. It's going to be freedom of movement on Gex.
All right.
You need to do it on Hilda too. Can you target more than one of us?
I mean, I got to find the damn spell. There it is.
Well, I don't know if you
A
should.
willing creature.
Yeah, so there's going to be Granny we need to get out of there. Hilda's going to need to move around. I don't think it's going to help if you make the ground problematic for us to move. I would just say
All right, then.
maybe wait till we're out of there and then cast that.
Well, the problem with that is it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah, so don't do
No,
it.
plant. Speak with plants or plant growth. Well, but I think if you spend the spell slot, both are instant.
Well, there's what is it? Unstable terrain? Is that what he was talking about?
It's plant. Speak with plants. It does. Cast time is one action,
Yeah, so you can do it instantly if you
and
want.
I can actually have the plants create a block. In addition to, once I do get into an area that I can do it,
Now,
wall of thorns.
here's the thing about this: they're not able to uproot themselves, so they can make it harder to pass, but they can't actually move and make a wall. Plant growth, on the other hand,
bend in the way.
they can do that, but there is limits to what a plant can naturally do. Plant growth, on the other hand, is like pretty crazy jungle.
Yeah, I don't think I have plant growth. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Amazing.
All right.
And that's instantaneous. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Just giving you options. All right, so Ashina begins to walk down the pass in the dim light. The little dragon nuzzled in next to you. Gex, Hilda, what are you doing?
We're doing Plan 2B, where we
There were so many.
dimension
There's
door in and attack.
Ah, okay. All right. You do need to be able to see your target. Well, technically, no, but it's probably wise if you do see the target. So I'm going to get you both to do athletics checks and stealth checks to be able to get within vision of it.
They're at a fire, right? So you'd just be able to see them because they're next to a fire.
Yeah, that's true. But you do have to get up, like you're on the other edge of the pass. So you have to get up to a
Sure,
spot where
okay,
you can
yeah,
see.
yeah.
So go ahead and make Hilda and Gex, please make those rolls. Stealth check and athletics checks. Or acrobatics, I suppose. I would accept either.
Athletics.
I guess we're just
so
waiting over
I'm
here
not-
then.
Team Montebank is in action. Isolde, Elias, Empty Wisdom. What are you gonna do?
I'm readying an action, a spell for once they get or Gex gets Grandma out of there.
Sure.
Did you want us to wait somewhere specific for you?
Yep. Right here.
At the bottom of the pass.
Great. Okay.
It's a little outcropping, kind of looking down over the main, easier pathway, about maybe 15, 20 feet below. Not a dead drop, but it's a bit of a scramble over rocks. All right. How'd you do there, Timely?
Did you need me to also roll stealth?
Yes,
Like
please.
stealth? Okay. Oh no. Oh. Okay. Stealth is a 5.
Oof. Oh, right. Disadvantage.
Athletics is 19, though.
All right. So 19. So you climb no problem, but there's this loud clack, clack, clack as your armor is bouncing off the rocks and echoing around the hall. Or not hall, but you know what I mean. You trip and knock a few rocks down the hill. Gex is a goddamn ghost as he rolls a 30 and a 28. 30 for stealth and acrobatic stealth. He just parkour right up the top. And so you're at the highest peak, and Hilda is just like climbing her way back up, no problem. Not too far behind you, but making a small racket. All right, Ashina, we'll start with you. So you're walking. What's your plan here? What are you doing?
I'm going to staggerly walk up through the pass.
All right. I'm going to get you to do...
I'm tired, and I'm using my staff to lean on.
Sure. I'm going to get you to do either persuasion or deception.
Persuasion or deception? Well, let's see. Where's that?
Boy,
Okay,
I'm rolling poop tonight.
How's that one?
Wow.
Ooh, persuasion 21. That certainly beats their 12. Yikes. All right, I'm rolling garbage. And by the way, I promised my son I would do this before the night was done. So,
no.
Just before we kick off potential combat. There you go. That's for Will.
I thought I was going to blow a horn.
He wanted a little chuckle there. Because that represents the roll I just did. I got a 6 and an 8. So as you're
I gotta wait till someone gets hit to do that.
Yeah, it's true. As Ashina kind of calmly and tiredly climbs the hill, 2 guards, one of them kind of perks up instantly hearing your approach and goes, "Oh, what? And the other one's like, "It's okay. It's an old hill person. Nothing to worry about." And they just kind of clock that you're coming. And as you get within about 20 feet or so, they call out, "Hey, what's your business?"
Well, I'm kind of lost. I'm getting tired. I saw your campfire and thought maybe I could get a spot to rest for a little while.
It's not my call. Let me talk to the commander. Keep an eye on her. This one turns around and starts walking back the other way towards the campfire. The moon is obscured by a little bit of cloud ahead. It's about a half moon above. You're kind of just taking it in.
I'm still going to continue walking forward anyway, just kind of meanderingly.
The one guard who stayed is getting a little nervous. You're now within about 10 feet, 10 feet away. And they're like, could you just wait there? The other one you see approach the campfire and calls out. Some of the people have been kind of not sleeping. You only see about 5 people by the campfire right now. Everybody else is... You're pretty sure the other people are around, but those are the only people you see right in the heart of the campfire there. And the guard who has left you is now talking to them. And Hoodrick, you can hear a muttered and angry response from Hoodrick, like, tell her to clear out. And the guard begins to turn around and walk back.
Can I not use your fire pit? I need to cook some food if you don't mind.
This is not
I have
your
this.
camp.
I have this rabbit here that I need to cook for food.
This isn't. You're gonna have to find your own camp. Off you go," said this guard right here.
Listen, buddy. All I want is a little bit of a rest.
You can take it here and then keep moving.
Okay, I will keep moving.
So do you keep going through the pass, or you can rest it?
I will try to barge my way between the two of them and go for the campfire.
They decide to flank you and keep pace with you, basically even with you, as you begin to go towards the fire. At this point, the 4 who are near the fire, 3 of them have now kind of roused themselves and stood up, and you can see the other guard is now stepping forward right near the campfire with a spear visible and raised. They are on alert as you're walking forward. You can see the grandmother, who you've met before, kind of huddled in the blankets, and the others are definitely watching your approach. Are you going to stop at the fire or keep going past?
I hold the rabbit in my my offhand, and I hold my staff in the other, and I work my way towards the campfire. I merely wish to cook my rabbits.
I'm going to get you to do a deception check. Ooh, 22's good.
Girls.
Lucky.
At which point, everybody kind of visibly relaxes for a moment. The one you saw was a holy person, kind of takes a breath and looks around, kind of takes a good look at you, but kind of relaxes somewhat. You see the tip of the spear kind of lower down a little bit. The 2 people still flanking you, like right next to you, kind of moving forward as though to approach the fire. They seem kind of happy. You take a step towards the campfire, and Hoodrick stands up and he pulls back, and you see they're carrying a sort of staff of some kind, and they put it down in the dirt and then lean it in your direction. And Hoodrick says, "You're a long way out of town."
Where is town? I got turned around. I have no idea where I am. I saw your campfire. I thought maybe I could cook my rabbit.
Come now. We're all friends.
I did.
here.
I came right in there. I did. I come right in. What do you mean come now?
Asara Batana. Do a wisdom saving throw, please. For the record, I got a nat 20 on Hoodrick.
Oof.
Oof,
On
that's
deception?
quite the save. You successfully shrug off the whole person that just got cast at you as your muscles stiffen for a second and you sidestep. All right. I think that's... I'm going to get you to roll. Everybody, let's roll some initiative. Sorry, you conned every guard there with 12s and 6s and 8s, and Hoodrick, nat 20. And he was just like, he knows that, and as he casts the spell and you shrug it off, you hear him say, "Come now. You think I sit in a bar without looking around, noticing who else is there? I saw you. So you're made. All right, let's call out the initiative, shall we?
28.
Dang! It's
Roderick, sit on this and rotate.
on that fire. On that fire.
All right, so what do we got? I suppose there is an initiative tracker. Darcy, help me.
Yeah, there is.
Is it too late for me to do that?
It just means we have to re-roll and then change the initiative, but it's not that hard.
Okay, yeah. So I will jot them down as well because I'm old school that way. And I do not want to let your natural 20 go to waste. So Isolde is definitely high up in the order with a 28. Oh my god.
Unfortunately, it's not letting me.
You know what? I'll just do this old school.
It's not.
The turn order thing isn't.
I'm clicking on my character and it's not sending it to the tracker.
That's annoying.
Oh no.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we'll do it old school. So call it out. 25 to 20, or in this case, 28 to 20.
28.
Anybody else?
21.
21.
21.
For, Gex. All right. 15 to 20.
19.
19 for Ashina. Okay. 10 to 15. Nobody. Okay.
Sorry?
Sorry?
I just realized that I think I rolled a 6 on the first one, so I'm gonna stick with that.
All right. 5 to 10.
Oof.
All right. So that's what are your names? It's written below your face there, Elias. All right. Elias with a 6. Empty with a 6.
No, I've got 4.
Oh,
That was the
sorry.
reroll to go
With a 4.
tracker.
Right. And did I miss anybody? Is that everybody? Who'd I miss?
Hilda's also.
Hilda 4.
Oh, and Hilda 4.
Them.
Do you want to roll
20.
these?
Roll to see who goes slightly ahead. In the
Yeah.
bottom of the field.
Yep. Go ahead.
I guess 3.
Okay. So I'm going to say Empty Wisdom gets to go first.
Ooh,
Hilda?
with my 6.
Yeah, you.
At least we're consistent.
Oh,
No one
man.
can say that.
Oh, my goodness. My rolls tonight are just total trash.
You can
All right.
control.
Top of the order. Isolde.
Tosses
get
a
a-
roll of paper to the DM.
You get a bad feeling about this. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna move up 30 feet
Okay. So you
to about here.
sure go ahead and move your yeah, nice. You're still pretty far, but can you do anything from back there? You're probably
I can.
Nice.
The classic D&Dism of spending an hour planning and then just winging it when you roll max on initiative.
Exactly.
Like, well, it's my turn. I'll shoot.
So
You're about 60 feet from that flanking guard there.
yeah, I'm about 70 feet from Hoodrick, right?
Yeah, about that.
Yep. I'm gonna cast Hex onto him.
Is that a save or it just happens?
Just happens.
Just happens.
All right. What color would your hex be? I can choose a.
I usually do the
I mean, it's a
little
blood.
token thingy. Yeah, it'll be blood red.
All right,
No.
blood red. So he is hexed. Boom. Which ability score are you going after? Because it gets disadvantage on one.
Right. I'm gonna go with his strength.
All right. Nice. I better jot that down.
Yeah.
Okay, strength.
In
Okay,
case he has to do like, I
absolutely.
don't know, athletics or something.
Yep, that's cool.
Contested athletics.
Nice. So
And
that's your
I'm
bonus
going
action.
to then aim in on him and I'm trying to think. Did I see him
You saw him cast.
do something? I saw
And
him cast something
You
at
saw this
Ashina.
little weird ripple come out of his staff and
Yeah.
just try to take over Ashina there, and it did not work.
I think I would know that he's figured us out, which I thought he would anyway. So I will attack. I already did my
Blood rate.
my
Yeah,
blood
I saw
right.
that earlier. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was only a 13.
A 13, unfortunately,
Does not hit.
as the arrow deflects off something just in front of him. It seems he's not
second-
unarmored as he appears.
Okay, the second is a 24.
24 will hit.
All right. And so that'll be 7. By the way, it's blood right of the, I believe I'm using fire.
Nice.
Am I using fire? I think
Yeah,
so.
Light up the target in the
Um,
dark as this
Yeah.
arrow glowing cinders trailing off of it just strikes him. For how much damage?
So, total is 11, and then I'm gonna brand him.
Oh, nice.
Brand of castigation. God, that just gotta be careful how I say that one.
Brand of
I'm
castration. Got it.
Restoration.
it's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, I'm castrating him. That's great.
Well, that's the
just
goal.
great.
That is the goal.
Then he wouldn't have,
I'm coming for your nuts. All right.
and then he wouldn't
anything
have
else?
any balls to stand against us.
I think that's
Didn't we
your turn.
turn him into a squirrel at one point?
He takes the arrow and not too happy about it, but still seems doing okay. All right. Coming up next, Gex on deck. Ashina.
I'm gonna hold action till Hilda is appropriately.
I'm gonna say she is right next to you by now.
Okay, well, let's go then. So
Alright.
we're.
right.
I think she's wearing her cloak. You didn't attune to it, so she. What are you gonna do, Hilda?
We were doing that while you were talking to doing Ashina's thing. We were
We
doing
wait until nightfall. Plenty of time.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so we did do that.
Okay.
We just did it via text.
She's
So, yeah,
there.
he's got-
Are you going to activate it, or are you going to wait till her turn?
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting till her turn, till she's ready to go. Like, she's going to basically start swinging, and I'm going to, like, teleport us mid-swing.
All right. Nice. So you're going to delay action until then. Okay.
Yeah.
Ashina, you are in the midst of this. You can see the guards. You can even hear some of the ones that are off to the sides on the left and the right, kind of beginning to rouse and step forward a little bit. What are you going to do?
Cast fairy fire on Udric.
You have a 20-foot radius, so you could get the 3 of them there if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll get the priest and Hudrick and Grandma.
Now, it makes it easier to hit Grandma, just so you know.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that then.
Okay. So
I guess that's about all I can do. Oh, that's the guy with the spear, right?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
one of the
all three
guards.
of them then.
Sure thing.
Let's see what happens here.
They do a dex save, I believe.
It's up on the board.
Okay, Hudrick succeeds. The cleric, the priest does not, and the other guard does not. So these two have fairy fire glowing around them. And Hudrick sidesteps, like ducks out of the way and kind of pushes his staff to the side, and the fire clings to the bottom of the staff and then down onto the ground and does not affect him. There is a kind of afterglow flame glowing in that whole 20-foot radius on the grass, on everything. So there is a dim light source there for everybody to see, but it clings to and surrounds the priest and that guard. Anyone attacking those two has advantage. Yeah, you have movement.
And I have movement.
But if you move, the guards who were flanking you will likely get an attack of opportunity.
Am I within grasp of Granny?
Yeah, you're 5 feet away from her.
I'm just going to grab her hand.
Okay. And she looks
That
up at
way,
you.
if she does disappear because of the asshole, I will have at least a hold of her.
That's fair.
And I will know where she's at.
And she looks at you and she's like,
But you're not Gex or Elias.
It's all right, Granny. I'm with Gex.
all right. Nice. Anything else?
I love that she says Gex first.
You always discount your own kids. All right. Coming up next, we've got Elias, believe it or not. What are you going to do?
Okay.
On
I'm
deck
going
is Empty Wisdom, then Hilda. But there's some stuff going on in that. Okay, Elias, what do you want?
I'm going to dash 60 feet.
Okay.
It's still on the other side of the ridge, so relatively hidden.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So probably like right here.
Sure. Go ahead. I think you can move your own character, right?
Okay.
I'm going to get you to do either athletics or acrobatics if you're up on that ridge to try
Be
to
right back.
move without being hindered.
Sorry, does that include me? I was feeding the dogs.
No, you're okay. You're kind of a little bit down.
Okay.
Oh god.
No.
Boom. All right, so Elias, you get halfway and lose your footing and down a little bit into the ravine, into the pass there. And that is going to be your movement, unless you want to do something else. I believe you have a bonus action left.
Yeah.
You just kind of lost your footing and scrambled down the hill a bit.
I guess. Oh no, that's a rogue thing. No, I'm just gonna end my turn. Just SOL.
Okay. All right, you are probably about 60 feet from Machina right now. You got to that range anyway. All right, coming up next.
Speaking of bonus actions, when I get a hold of Grandma, does she appear wounded in any fashion?
No, she seems fine. A little bit subdued,
Okay.
like she's not as comfortable as when you saw her last in her living room. But yeah.
Oh,
she
the reason
doesn't
I
seem
asked
to
is
be
I could have
worse.
done some healing on her.
She doesn't appear to need it at the moment. All right, coming up next, it's actually Hudrick's turn. So Hudrick is going to. Okay, so Hudrick's going to. let's see. Okay, Hoodrick's gonna step back a bit. Oh, wrong. Sorry. Step back a little bit behind some of his guards and command them to come on out, calling out, "We're under attack!" And then
How's that one here?
he
Okay.
is going to cast. Let's just keep it nice and easy. Firebolt. Actually, you know what? Yeah. He's going to cast Firebolt at Ashina. So, one roll to rule them all. Oof. That's not wonderful. Does 13 hit your AC, Ashina?
No.
All right, the Firebolt goes past you and hits the ground behind. That's their turn. Except he pulls on his necklace and you see it snap in their grip and he raises it up. And that's as far as they got that turn. It seems they're waiting on something.
So
Okay.
that bolt didn't hit the guy behind me?
Yeah, sorry, just by the angle. Unfortunately, did not. It
Damn
was
it.
not a one per se. All right.
I tried.
Coming up next, the cleric actually steps forward, and you can see them raise their holy symbol and shout out some words that you don't quite understand. And this shimmering, like almost kind of translucent grayish blue wisps emanate around them as they cast Spirit Guardians, and it begins to whip in a circle around them. So I believe on your turn you start to do this, so you're going to need to do some saves, Ashina, in a minute. Okay, that is a 1, and then they're going to get to their feet and get ready to move. All right, coming up next is now it's Empty Wisdom's turns.
Okay. So as soon as like Isolde starts moving and taking that first shot, I think Empty, snaps into being like, "Wait, what's going on? This wasn't the plan." And then she just kind of like starts like almost like hyperventilate, just like, "This wasn't the plan. This wasn't the plan. This wasn't the plan." And then like, okay, now we're finally down here at this point in the initiative, and she just kind of like bolts forward. Not for any good reason, she just kind of freaks out and starts doing that. So we see her like run forward, slide down the side of this like little craggy bit,
And being
kick
a
off
monk,
some
you're
rocks,
practically
and,
on
just
the
like
rocks.
break into this like well-trained like monk training, walking across sticks like
Oh yeah,
routine.
nothing slows you down.
Just like kind of like second nature, like clicks into it. So she just like runs forward and then like slides down something and then like keeps going. And
You
I have
actually
90
steady
feet if
up.
I dash.
Whew,
I'm
okay.
dashing to
Yep.
here,
Oh
right
my
in there.
Jesus.
and she just runs like right into the middle, and then she's like, and I guess actually from walking in, do I get hit by the spirit guardians? I might.
I think
It
it's
might
if
be
you
or
start your turn.
enters because that's sometimes.
Oh, that's true. Let me double check this.
Yeah, double check that. I wasn't planning for this, but I didn't want to change my action.
That's
'cause
okay.
that's-
Um,
I wanted to sort of run into that and see
That's
what
all.
happens.
okay. When you enter for the first time, or you start your turn, so you have entered there.
Right.
So you need a Wisdom
Yeah,
saving
let me
throw.
make that. You'd think I'd be great at these. Not bad. Sweet.
Good. Yeah.
What'd you do?
I'm not trained in them
Ooh,
because monks don't
18.
get training in
You
wisdom
succeed.
saving throws for some reason.
So you are
Anyway,
going to take
um,
half damage. It's radiant damage
take-
as
Nice.
these wispy spirits go whipping around you, and you press through into this circle, trying to see what's going on. It would normally be 19 points of damage, but that gets halved to 9, and it's radiant damage.
All right. That is quite a lot. All right. So that puts me at...
I done roll
That much.
good.
So I bolt in there, right? That's my dash, but I have a bonus action. And so she gets in and just sort of is like, "Oh, wait, why did I do that? This was a terrible idea." What is it like to have these, like, spirits lash out at me? What is that like? Can you describe
It
that for
seems
me?
like these translucent kind of it's almost like runes actually that are
Oh, cool.
spinning around in a circle around this and filling this space. It's most tightly packed and hard to press through on the outside like a bubble, but once you get in, some runes do still smack into you, and they damage you as they tear in. If you had to guess, they would probably be a knowledge priest.
Cool. So I get in there and I feel this like lash, like pass through me. Not even really lash at me, but sort of like run through me and just like, "Vrr." But and then the mask crosses over my face. The spectral like branch-like arms extend from my back, and this effect. I don't think we've ever used this because I've always been like sort of not in combat. It has a pop-in, so.
Well,
when you do so,
next
each
to
creature of your choice that you can see within 10 feet of you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take force damage equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die.
Nice. The most
So
immediate.
that's like my attack roll without. That's 2d6 at my level.
So go ahead and pick who you want to target. There's the priest. There's the guard in front of you. There's the guard you just ran past, who's immediately to your left and back.
Yeah, if I was like here, I probably could hit like everybody here, I think.
Oh, it's all of them. I thought you said.
Oh yeah,
it's
it's
of
all.
your choice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you could hit
Each
all
creature
all 4 of them around.
Yeah, I think I could run there. Let's say I did that.
You could. You could. Really cool. What's the DC?
What is my DC? I should know this. 8 plus 4 plus wisdom, so that would be.
Oh, wisdom. Okay.
But like 17? Is that right?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't
totally.
have to use my
You're
DC
level
very
9.
often.
All right. So the priest does pass.
Yeah, 17.
Roll the natural 18. The guard in front of you, nat 1. The 2 guards that you ran past on the way in, another nat 1, and a 5.
Great.
All
So
right.
they'll take 5 damage. It's not a huge amount of damage. There's no damage on a save. But the like bark-like mask and branch-like arms have appeared and sort of just lashed out at everything around. And she's there, sort of like almost floating again. We see her body like basically hanging, being supported by these astral elements. And the face just sort of turns and looks at everyone, just like, this is what you've gotten me into. Let's get you out of it again. And
Nice. That's awesome. Coming up next, Hilda. And Gex, because you
All right.
delayed.
So I am going to ready my battle axe. And then sort of going to be going on the downwards thrust with both hands. And I'm going to also rush at Gex.
All right.
So I have momentum coming out of the dimension.
Oh, so you run at Gex, so then you teleport. Okay, nice. All right, Gex.
You got to kind of imagine it like a matador. She is the bull. I am the matador, and the cloak is the dimensional door. I'm a dimensional matador, a dimensionador.
Dimensionador.
Yeah.
I love it so
Great.
much. That actually might be a good
I'm
episode
a
title.
matadimensionador.
Matador.
I might have mentioned the door, and then so
And
she
where
comes.
where on the map do you want to appear? And who do you want to hit?
Oh, that's here. I need to go to.
It
this
does
tab.
take your action, Gex, to activate it.
Yeah, that's fine. We very much want to land like right there, so that her axe
next to Hudrick or next to the priest. Hudrick's the one up here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Hudrick. He's the one we want to annihilate.
All right. You matador and appear directly behind him. Hilda finishes her charge. Go ahead and make your attacks, Hilda.
Okay.
Get him.
Ah. Does a 27 hit?
I love that you had to ask that. Yes, a 27 hits. The entirely surprised mage. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I am aiming directly for the outstretched arm, grasping the necklace. Dubious.
Okay. You gotta do a bit of a high swing then, but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Go
okay.
ahead
I thought
and-
it was like falling out from like a higher vantage point. But yes, I can also change my swing.
Sure, I love it. You jumped and yep, you're coming down. It hits.
Okay, so
and I imagine you're gonna pump some smite. Ladies and
So,
gentlemen,
some
let's
first-
get ready to smite.
to smite. So
While that's
that's
happening. Oh, sorry.
7 damage. Battle axe. But I
How
get
much?
to attack
Yeah, okay.
7 damage.
And you can pump smite in after the fact if you want to. I think it costs you spell slots. I forget how paladins do.
You got it. Todd, while that's happening,
Yeah.
I forgot to mention Spirit Guardians. That's concentration. Can I
It
get
is.
a save?
Ooh, yeah, thank you.
Part of what I was hoping to do.
Natural 14.
I don't have it's going to be the flat 10, but you know.
They keep it up, but it could keep me honest. I like it.
Yep. I expend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 radiant damage.
Nice. Go ahead and roll it.
I have a 7, an additional 7.
Oof. 14 points of damage on the first swing. Nice. And go ahead and make your second one as well. I'm going to do the clock. The clock will remind me that they're concentrating.
I am going to still use my battle axe because I have it 2 hands. Ooh, this is not a great one. It's a 10.
10 does not hit as Hoodrick begins to just half sidestep, half stumble from your last hit, and you just whiff on the downswing, on the ups, whatever, the backswing. All right. And that, I believe, is your turn. Gex, you do technically get a bonus action if you want. I'll let you take your whole turn once you're there. And a move.
I will. Yeah, but there's not much I can do. I can basically dash, disengage, or hide.
There are a bunch of trees almost immediately around you, so it might be possible to hide.
He got closer to the circle. How did you
No, I'm just going. Well, I'm gonna. I'm gonna dash over to where Granny is.
Okay, nice.
Right there.
How did Hoodrick move in the first place? He got closer to the circle.
Yeah, I thought he was in the circle too, but I was looking at the wrong person.
He got closer to the circle. He was
on
where
his turn. He stepped
Hilda
back.
is.
Oh,
He
I
was back
just,
there where
I was
Hilda's
just
at.
animating that he sidestepped Hilda's move. Don't worry about it. I'll put him back. There you go.
Yeah, don't you get him any closer to me. I'm going to smack you.
All right. So Gex, you go around and you see the granny there huddled down, holding Ashina's hand.
Oh, so is it my turn again now?
Well, it's not your turn yet, but you just got up next to her. Are you revealing yourself, or are you going to stay kind of hidden?
I haven't attacked. I'm still invisible because that was one of the things I did before we left, was cast invisibility on myself, right?
I think activating a magic item would probably disable.
It should only be an attack.
It's only an
should-
attack.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, or casting a spell, but I will say activating the magic item in this case, technically, it is. Cape of the Mundback.
Yeah,
You
technically it
use
is
it
an
to
action.
cast the spell. So what we could do is you could stay kind of hidden. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to say it is the same as the action of casting, which would break your invisibility. I'm going to say you might have known that, so if you don't want to burn the slot yet, you could.
Yeah, don't burn the invisibility yet.
I didn't realize that using the cape would have done that, so no, I won't.
But you are still in the clear. Nobody's around you. You can sidestep your way around to her, and it is dark, and you are rogue.
So then I'll just go back to the original plan, which was for the 2B, 2A, AB, 1A, 2A.
He's calling them out.
We're going audible. We're doing an audible
I'm
now.
going to scoop Granny and cast invisibility on the two of us.
Do you have the third level spell slot?
I believe I do.
Nice.
But you don't have the action, right? That'll be for next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
you can get
we
right
don't-
up next to her and get ready to. Okay, cool. Coming up next, top of the order, Isolde. Oh, sorry, guards. Bunches of guards come rushing in.
Whole bunch of people.
1, 2, 3. One of them's like right next to Hudrick. What's the matter? He sees Hilda and steps up next. The other one kind of sidesteps over towards you as well. So there's Hudrick and then 2 guards on either side now facing against Hilda. That guy's not a guy. Hold on.
Did that guard go through the circle to get there?
No.
Wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter.
The circle only affects enemies, yeah.
Yeah, only enemies. So the 2 guards next to Empty Wisdom and Ashina draw their... Well, they already had their weapons handy. So they are going to attack 1 each. So Ashina...
Raise the ire of the spirits in these mountains.
Ashina
Stand down.
does a 13 hit your AC.
Who, me?
Ashina.
No.
Okay.
All right, so the 1 guard takes a swing and misses. The other guard swinging at Empty Wisdom. Does a 13 hit your AC, Empty Wisdom?
It does not.
All right, so they both swing and a miss.
Grab at the weapon. What is it, like a spear, a sword? What are you
Short,
seeing?
just a sword.
Yeah, so I think literally catching it in one of these spiritual branch-like arms and just glaring daggers at them, while spouting this kind of superstitious spirit of the mountains speech at them.
Nice. So while you're doing that, a crossbow bolt thunks into your side with a 23. I'm guessing that hits.
That will hit.
Okay, so you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage. All right, Hilda, a crossbow bolt whiffs right past your head with a natural 4. And these guys are going to start closing, and they actually can see you too. So another crossbow bolt goes at Hilda. That's going to be... does 14 doesn't hit your AC, does it, Hilda? All right, so crossbow bolt off a rock near you. These 2 draw their blades and go charging in. They're going to burn their action to get in close. So Hilda is surrounded, but they don't actually get to go this turn. So on all 4 sides, plus Hudrick, all flanking around Hilda there. This guy's going to run forward. I'm going to say, Gex, you are naturally so damn stealthy. What would your passive stealth be if it was like perception? Like if you rolled a 10?
If I rolled a 10?
Yeah.
It would be 22.
Oh my god. Yeah, they don't see you. So they go running up, and they do see Ashina, who's standing there. So they run up and swing at Ashina and miss with a 9. And this crossbow person's going to take a shot with disadvantage at Empty Wisdom because of cover from the friend. Does a 19 hit your AC, Empty?
That will actually hit me, yes.
All right. That's going to be another 10 points of piercing damage as this crossbow.
Ah, crap.
Yep, you're getting peppered. I believe this person, then another crossbow person comes scrambling out of the woods. They must have been taking a piss or something. because Elias,
Never try to be cool in
You're out
D&D.
and Elias, you see this guard with a crossbow kind of pulling up his breeches, come out of the bushes, looking over towards the woods, and you both see each other at exactly the same moment. He's like, ugh! He's gonna try a shot at you, but at disadvantage because he's kind of surprised. That's gonna be a 7 to shoot you, Elias.
Nope.
All right, top of the order, Isolde. On deck is Gex. It is 12:30. Just saying. Everybody's cool to keep going a little more.
I've noticed that.
I can go a few more minutes.
Okay.
Not too much longer.
All right, let's see
I'm
if we can
getting
get another
tired.
turn. Yeah, that's fair. All right,
And I get
Isolde,
meetings.
it is your turn. Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So for some reason, I can't see myself on this map anymore.
Weird. Hold on.
You're in the
Let me-
dark, yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I think
But
there we go.
I'm
You
still.
should be able to now.
No.
No.
No? All right. Well, I
No, we
don't
don't
think
have
there's
light on that
any
section of the
surprises
mountain.
happening. I'll just turn off dynamic
It's
lighting
okay.
again.
I know where. I mean, technically, at this point, I don't need to see him. I
Yeah,
know where
that's
he
fair.
is at all times because I
Yeah.
branded him.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Wow.
I'm just going to take my 2 shots, but I'm actually going to invoke Blood Curse of the Marked.
What's the range on that?
And there is no range.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yep.
It's just, it just, for that one, I can just hit him. I'm
Nice.
just double checking, but if you want, I
see
can.
Hudrick's ears
Oh, wait.
start to bleed in the dark. And he's in the middle of it, so he doesn't seem to notice, but it kind of wipes his.
Actually, no. I don't think I can.
Okay.
Unless I move.
You can move. You're down low
I-
there. Elias is
there
just
I
in front of
am.
you. There's a crossbow person across the way, across the path. You're about 90 feet away from him right now. You can move up a bit.
Where is?
Oh,
I'll
man.
still be too far. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna use the blood curse. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack him.
Sure thing. Make your rolls.
First attack.
Ooh.
23
definitely
for
hits.
nice for
Oh, that is
16.
max damage. Wow. 16.
Wow, max
Right
on
between the shoulder blades.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and give him another go around.
Now you are
That's
right.
24.
You will have had to move up a little to be in proper range of the short bow, 80 feet.
I was within 70 or
but
60.
he moved back on his turn. So
Oh,
you've got to
okay.
track forward a little bit just to keep track of
That's
him.
fine.
So you're right up there, almost next to Elias. First shot, definite hit. You see it catch him between the shoulder blades.
For another 17.
24 and 17 points.
Yeah.
Oh, murderous is in the house. All right. The blood is just pouring from these wounds. These are bad. He's hurt. He's definitely in the old
And-
days you'd call that bloodied. All right. I believe that's
Bloodied.
your turn. Coming up next,
And
Gex.
I
Oh, you
think-
got more.
I was just double checking that I didn't have another. Actually, I do. On that last one,
Yeah.
I'm going to use my pack slot as a
Okay.
bonus action. and I am going to cast Branding Smite.
All right.
So,
Is that a save or it just happens? I think technically
for
I would
Branding
let you do
Smite,
that before
it's just,
the shot.
It
But
just
yeah.
happens.
It'll break your hex, though, right?
Is it
Yeah.
concentration? Oh, it is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing this before and having it be a little frustrating.
It's up to you. They can't become invisible. He's done that before. That might be better than the hex.
It's also one of those weird ones where you're supposed to cast it before you attack. So.
I would let that
Are
happen.
you?
Yeah,
yeah. Well, it's
that's
not
okay.
like
You can spend your
smite is
bonus
different
action.
than the smite spells. Yeah.
Going
it just
forward, try
says
to do it
next time.
before. But yeah,
Right. Okay. I thought it was something I could do once I hit. So, I am gonna do it.
okay.
I am gonna use it.
Next time, cast it
It
before.
really should be.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's 2d6
An
radiant.
extra 2d6 radiant. Oof, 9 more. Oh man. Ooh, that's
It's
a lot
really
of
weird
damage.
The smite
Still
series
holding on to
spells
that next.
aren't reactions. They seem like they would be.
Yeah, they should be. All right. Oh, not a healthy day for Hudrik. Okay. And now he is glowing a little bit of glowing light because of that. And you can all see him pretty well as the branding smite lights him up. And he would not benefit from being invisible until you drop concentration. Okay, he is branded. Coming up next, we've got Gex, on deck, Ashina.
I will scoop Granny and become invisible.
Nice. Okay.
Someone
And
fire out.
dash
Pull her into
away.
your arms. Do
Okay.
either athletics or strength check for me.
I guess we'll do athletics.
Oh, Christ, I can't do that.
What's my bonus? So 21. No,
Nice.
20. Sorry.
Okay,
on athletics.
that's dirty 20 will do just fine. Just to see how well you can carry her. She's not a big woman, but and you are a big guy, so I'm gonna say you don't lose half movement as you scoop her up, finish your spell, and you both fade from visibility.
And then I will dash far as I can.
All right, so if you're carrying her, which way are you gonna go? North, south, back the way
Back
you
where I
came?
came from, like I want to go here. Don't know how far
Sure.
that.
When
I
you
should
from
be able to get
there,
6. Oh, how far can I get?
You can get
I should be able to
60 feet, so you can get next to Isolde down that way.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
and you've
where
got
we'll
her
go.
with you, and I'm gonna say you because of your Goliath nature, you are able to carry her without going half movement.
Nice.
And
Yay, we
you
did
are
it!
invisible. Grammy is out of the thick. All right, as Hilda's like surrounded. Okay,
We
that's your
ain't.
turn. Ashina.
It's just like it's just like a game of human capture the flag.
All right,
Maybe that's
Ashina.
the title for the episode. Capture the flag.
uncapture the granny.
Granny.
Matadatador. All right, Ashina, what are you doing?
All right, I got
Elias,
two guys
you're on
attacking me.
You have 2 immediately attacking you. Yes.
She also is in range of the spirits.
Oh yes, I need
You
you to
have,
do a
like-
wisdom save.
I think you have resistance to celestial, so you should be like fine, but it's
Yeah.
still a thing.
So go ahead and do a wisdom save.
Or what?
Spirit guardians as they go tearing past you. You're right on the edge of it.
Is that radiant?
It is.
Yeah.
I am resistant.
Yeah. So you'll
Right,
take
so
half.
you take
damage,
half.
but you still have to save.
Oh. Wisdom?
Yep. Ooh, 24.
How's
You
that?
save. So you take a quarter of it, I believe I will roll. It's 3d8 if I remember correctly. So normally 9 points of damage. Half would be 4. Half of that will be 2. So you take 2 points of radiant damage. Just
Ouch!
these little runes, glowing white, translucent runes, are smacking into you and burning your butt. All right, now it is your turn.
I attempt to do a backflip over the fire towards the priest.
Sure.
Those two guys are getting an attack against me, right?
If you spend your turn to, like, your action to disengage, they wouldn't.
But I'm not a thief, so I can't disengage.
Not without a.
Well, you
spending
can't.
a
It's not
full
as a
action.
bonus action.
Yeah. You'd have a bonus action after that you could use, but you would have used your action disengaging.
All right, never mind. I'll just swing at these guys. I guess it's the closest one to me.
Sure.
Where is it? Whoops. That's not the attack. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to attack. How do I do that? There?
I mean, just a basic melee attack.
There did the same damn thing. I'm trying to.
Should be under the attack section.
That's
Just
what
roll
I
a
thought.
d20 and
Attack.
add-
Yeah, that also works.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you're using your staff, so you actually get a +2 to it.
Right. It's +9 total.
Yeah. So go ahead
Yeah.
and roll a
I
d20.
roll. Oh, hit. Is it doing the same thing? It's not
Just
rolling.
roll a d20. Just roll a d20. We can fix your sheet later. It's not a big deal.
Here. D20.
There's a little cogwheel that'll let you change it. And there's a little checkbox whether it's an attack or not. So we'll deal with it
All right.
afterwards.
That would be a 19.
19 hits.
Nice.
All right, and that's
And add 2 to the damage, which is normally a
No, it's
d6,
one- it's-
d8 if
it's
you're
1d6.
dual handing it.
it's 1d6 plus 5.
All right, nice. All right, so go ahead and roll
Did
it.
that do it again? It did the same damn thing.
It did.
Yeah, don't click on that. You gotta just
All
roll
right.
the damage.
1d6 plus 5, so 6 damage.
6 damage. Thwack! You clobber the one. Now, I think this is the one that already got clobbered, so... all right. Still standing, but clutching their head. The leather helm they're wearing is not doing as much as it should. It's studded, but, you know. Okay, you clobbered them good, and they're definitely, but unfortunately, still standing. All right. You got a bonus and a move if you want to.
Bonus says 2 weapon fighting. I only have 1, so I guess I'm done.
All right, coming up next,
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
Elias. I'm not used to them.
I'm gonna drop a fireball on them.
Okay.
Great.
And there,
It
On who?
looks like
even the divination wizard just throwing fireballs.
On who?
I think if I can,
Just
if
deploy
I
to kill
drop
us.
it on this spy here,
Yeah,
I can hit basically
everybody in that.
everyone. Yeah,
What's the radius again? 20 feet?
20 feet.
Yep. So if you, you'd even get. You will get Hilda.
Okay, so we'll back it up a spot.
Okay. Oh, empty wisdom's right on the edge of it, but yeah, you'll get pretty much everybody in that area. So I'm gonna start rolling some deck saves.
Just to be clear, Hilda's not getting hit. Like
No,
if I just
she is
move
not.
this button.
Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to get you to do a quick Arcana check or your spell attack roll, like a d20, just to see if you can nail that spot in the dark. I like making mages work for it. Oh yeah, Arcana
I
17.
want to throw
you're
a
fine.
plot point at this. Actually, I want to
Yeah.
say that as the fireball explodes, it like consumes the oxygen and knocks out all the fire, like all the lights. Any torches or campfires, they all just get like knocked out because of the oxygen.
I
Yeah.
accept that. Okay, so the top 3, including
Oh,
Hoodrick.
boy.
All right, nice.
I'm tired of people shooting at me. I should be hard to see. It's dark
Absolutely.
here.
What's the DC there, Elias?
Right.
It's a dex save, but-
17.
17. Okay. Hoodrick.
Spectator plot point.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Phil? You got a
If
plot
fire
point for us.
can't breathe, neither can you.
All right. All right. So, empty wisdom, you are going to be effectively holding your breath. So, if it goes too long, I'll make your
What? I missed what happened.
viewer spent a plot point to if the fire gets concussed out of being because of all the oxygen gone, so does empty wisdom, is what our viewer said, I believe. So I'm going to make you do a constitution check in a moment.
Sure.
Okay, so go
Did
ahead
I
and do
see
a
him take
constitution
damage?
save. No,
Did
you're
I see
okay.
her take damage?
Empty wisdom?
I have taken many
Yes.
damages so far.
Yes.
You did take damage, right?
Before
Bonus
hold on.
action heal.
Hold on.
Bonus action
Sure.
lay hands on him.
You
9
do-
points of damage.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that as the very last part of your.
You want me to
your-
My
make a
bonus
con
action,
save?
yes. I can lay
Elias,
on hands.
can you roll the damage,
9
please?
points.
There we go. Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
That
All right,
works.
Hoodrick
I hope-
did
I
save,
hope 9
but
points
the other
helped
2
you.
did not. Okay. Depending on the damage, I want to see how that shakes out. 1, 2, 3.
34.
The cleric also saved, and the guy closest to the fireplace saved. And the last guy in the corner, the last guy in the corner does get hit. Oh, and a nat 20. So most of them saved, but the guy in this, but these 2 at the top did not. So how much? 34?
34.
Boom! This massive fireball just erupts. And it's just chaos. People are tossed. Those 2 people who were flanking Hoodrick, making him feel all nice and safe, are just eviscerated and just blown to the ground in not ash, like it's burnt corpses, and they are not moving. However, the cleric did save, which is good news for them. So that's 17 points. And the guard next to them also managed to save and still dies because they were already a little bit banged up. So this guard dies as well in fire. And this last guard, that last guard also. Nope. They're on the ground screaming, just and like total pain. They're burnt all to cinder. Like you can see their teeth through the sides of their cheek as it's like melting off, but they are still alive technically. Good fun. Good fun. All right, I think that's it.
Does
Build
the
that house.
cleric... Sorry. Does the cleric lose his spell?
Oh,
'Cause-
thank you. That's going to be a really high
DC
concentration roll.
17 because it's half
Oof.
the damage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still going to lose
Unless they
that spell.
save. Did they save? If
They
they saved,
saved.
then it would...
But
So I think it's half the damage. It would be half
so
of
be
17, so it's
half
still 10.
of 17? Okay.
I think it's
that's
half. It's
possible.
been a while. It might be
They
the
rolled-
damage, but I think it's half the damage.
Yeah, they rolled an 8, so it's going to be
there you go.
10 and up, and they have the con to pull it up above that. So they do manage to keep the spell up. He is knocked to his knee, but that's it. All right, coming up next, nicely done, Elias. Anything else? You're going to move?
Yeah, I gotta move a bit closer. Give me a quick second.
Does Hilda have to also do a constitution save?
No, I made sure
Hilda's
you weren't
outside
in
of the blast, so you're okay.
Okay,
Like,
I'm done now.
Empty wisdom,
empty.
Constitution
I'm very
save.
close.
Did you do your
Sorry?
con save there, Darcy?
I got a 5, unless you want to give me advantage.
Unfortunately, no. So
I
I'm gonna
know.
say you are at disadvantage on your next turn, whatever you attempt, because of just the concussive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I buy it.
Because we love our viewers throwing hitches. All right, coming up next is Empty Wisdom, followed by... Oh, I'm sorry. It is now Hoodrick's turn.
Can't be right.
Yeah, Hoodrick and the Cleric. So Hoodrick, having just seen this blast, shatters what he's been holding up in the air on the ground next to him. And it's this little... It seems anticlimactic in the midst of all of this massive fireball burst of flame. But it starts as a small fire and amongst the burning grass, and then expands and expands and expands into this massive humanoid shape.
Oh, so much for the light.
Made entirely of fire, as its two arms and legs and a rough head shape all wreathed in living fire, as the fire elemental that was contained is now loosed. And Hoodrick points back at let's see, D4 to see who they point at. At Hilda, at Ashina, sorry. And points and says, "Kill them." And the elemental turns and gives a slight nod and turns towards Ashina threateningly. And I will roll. Oh, okay. Got their initiative now. Cool. All right. It is past that, so they don't get to go right now. Okay, coming up next. The Cleric is going to probably cast some healing. Yeah, he's going to cast some healing on themselves.
Wait, I'm gonna cast Counterspell.
Nice! Oh, counter-spelling the healing. No 13 points of healing for that guy. That is bad. That is just nasty. You're like, nope. So the spell goes off. You see the motes of this slight arcane glow come off of their hand, and they begin to hold it to their own burnt cinder neck, and then the light just flickers and then goes out, and they're like, no. All right, nice job. Okay, coming up next, it's Empty Wisdom, Hilda, and the guards. Empty Wisdom, take it away.
I will roll a wisdom saving throw and promptly die. No, that's not true. It can't possibly kill me, but still. That's only a 13. Boo.
Okay, I think it's 3d8, right?
I don't know. I don't know your spell.
10 points of radiant damage. As
okay, that's not so bad.
As the...
I assumed that the DC was higher than that.
No. It's just...
Cool.
It's a problematic spell for lots of people, but...
Yeah. Great. So as I'm being attacked from all sides, the facade of the astral self is never broken, and sort of slowly she's turning, and she's been glaring daggers at everyone, hoping to sort of instill this primal fear in people, and then this flame appears behind her, and she turns towards the elemental and speaks out. Spirit of the flame, you and I are two sides of the same coin. Stand with us now. And I would like to see if I can wrest control of it.
Nice. Okay, what skill do you think would be appropriate for this? As it's going to be.
It could just be a
versus...
persuasion thing that I have fictional position that allows me to do.
Yeah.
Or it could be a purely magical thing if you want me to make it a mental battle of wills or something.
No. I think persuasion works just fine. So go ahead and roll persuasion versus Hoodrick's Arcana as the summoner.
Cool. I'm at
do I-
disadvantage to this, though. That's fun.
Would I be able to use a portent on this?
You absolutely can.
Okay,
Whose dice are you going to
who-
replace as you
Who's
do
How
just
does
gonna
that
get-
interact? How does that interact with empty disadvantage? Does it replace one of my 2 dice? And it's like
It's not replacing your dice.
Oh, no.
Hujik's
Oh,
gonna
okay,
get-
It's
great.
from the other effect. Yeah, so you just get
Excellent. All right.
your
Persuade.
results. So are you replacing?
Okay, we did it. We finally got a good roll.
Hujik will get a nat 1.
Hudrick gets a nat 1. Oh, that is clutch. Take a divination wizard to a gunfight. That's what that is. All right. So Hudrick's like, you will not disobey me, creature. Creature. As it turns around and glares at him in the same way that Empty Wisdom has been glaring around, and the elemental, at least for now, is hostile to Hudrick and not to you. Nicely done.
Yeah.
I'll
Alright.
just take a bonus. Assuming that's a full action, I think it deserves to be a full action. I will take a patient defense bonus dodge, which monks have.
Absolutely. Okay, coming up next, Hilda,
So
and
just,
then
like,
the
squirrel,
guards.
I probably also, like, I don't know, sidestep or something. I feel like that undercuts my, like, message, so I won't do that. But the smart thing to do is to get out of this spirit thing. But
You could, you know what it is?
I've never
You're
claimed
stepping
smart
between
person.
the guards and Ashina. It's a nice thing, and also saving your butt.
Sure.
Okay,
let's say that's what happens.
all right. Hilda, you're up.
So Hudrick has his back towards me.
At the moment, yes, and there are 2 guards flanking you. Well, not quite,
Hmm.
but you get the idea.
Okay, so
Kill him.
All right, what do you want to do, Hilda?
All right. Can I channel divinity to my battle axe? I guess that's my action. It then glows, so there's some additional light happening in that area.
Nice.
After we were like, okay, oh, the fire's going out. Oh, there's more
plenty
light,
of
guys.
light. With the fire
There's plenty of
elemental
light.
and like the grass is all burned and like people for miles. Like someone back actually it was Jay's character, Jimmy, is in a pass in the forest on the way to the and actually they would have already been there. Whatever happened with him, he looks up in the night sky at that point and he's like, wow, there's some shit going on over there. Anyway,
All right, and I think that's the main action, right? Channel divinity.
I think it's a
so
bonus.
it's a what?
it's a bonus.
I think so. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong.
It's an action on my
It's usually an
character sheet,
action.
So.
That sucks. that's not very good.
But
you know
I
what?
am going to kind of do like a fast circle, but like menacingly, just
Nice.
looking at the other 2 guards. And
As a bonus
yeah,
action,
I'm hoping.
I'm going to allow you to do an intimidation check. Go ahead and do it. Hudrick isn't watching, so he can't see, but the guards can. So go ahead and roll an intimidation check versus their wisdom.
19
19.
versus their wisdom.
So the one with the battle axe just glares back at you. It's like, ah. And the one with the sword,
Battle
like,
axe.
the sword tip kind of dips low and they're like, and they take a step back a bit. Actually, I'm going to say they actually like legitimately step back against their better judgment. You can get an opportunity attack if you want to as a reaction.
Okay.
It's your call.
Before they leave my reach,
Yeah.
Yes.
I will attempt them. I mean,
Nice.
why not? There's a diversity. So
Can't let the paladin go around without getting a swing off.
will a 15 hit?
15 just hits. Like just.
Oh.
I
All right.
believe if you
Okay.
wanted to smite into this, you technically can.
Alright. Can
Is this a roundhouse on both of them?
Pardon?
Is this a roundhouse on both of them?
No, just on the one who leaves her. The battle axe guy there stays, but the other one is moving away. So she gets an opportunity swing.
So let me roll damage for the main attack,
Yep.
which will be 13.
Oof.
And let's see what the
Never run from a Hilda.
and then it's a 11. So
Uh-oh. Everybody froze.
24.
Oh, dude. So he turns, he's like,
Okay,
"Ah!"
okay, we're
and
back.
tries to go away, and you're just like, whoosh. Go ahead and describe it. What do you totally decimate him. What do you do?
Oof, I am gonna go clean through his neck and let the head flip flop into the air and land in front of the guy with the battle axe.
Nice. And it,
And then, hopefully he's terrified for the next turn.
yeah, if he wasn't intimidated before, he might be now. Oh, or he's angry. He looks over. Paul? Ah! All right, that's your turn. Coming up next, guards. Well, the one that's right in front of Hilda is going to take a swing at Hilda. That whatever you did to him just scared him enough to get a 9. All right, crossbows. 2 of them on Hilda. One of them hits, the other one misses, so you take 10 points of piercing damage, Hilda. Unless you can get up over 23 on the attack. I didn't think so. This guard comes running forward. That one's also going to go at Hilda, actually. You're kind of the only target on that side. Does a 13 doesn't hit your AC, right?
No.
All right, that one deflects off your armor. Okay, the next 2 are going at Empty Wisdom.
They have disadvantage.
Oh, nice. That's good, because they rolled well. And... yeah, that's a 2 and a 4. You are lucky. All right, that takes care of the crossbow people. Now the other 2, the people right in next to Empty and Ashina take swings. One of them connects. I'm going to say that's Ashina. So Ashina, you take 10 points of slashing damage from a sword as they... Oh, yeah, a sword.
What did he roll to hit me?
23?
Oh, okay. I took how much?
I'm assuming 10 points of slashing damage. As their kind of gladius type sword stabs into you. And Empty, there's one more behind you. I didn't roll yet, so I'm going to say they take a swing at Empty. And get another 23 at Empty.
Isn't that with disadvantage?
Oh, thank you. Yes, with disadvantage. Oh, okay. Only rolled 20?
20 will hit me.
Okay.
I'll take the 10.
Yep. 10 points of slashing damage. All right. The crossbow who can see Isolde and Elias is going to fire at Elias with a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that's hitting.
All right, so crossbow bolt hits you for 10 points of piercing damage. And that is the guard's turn. Top of the order. Let me check in. It is now almost, it's after 1 o'clock. How's everybody doing? Do you want to do one more round, or should we pause here and come back in the midst of combat?
We could narrate.
Personally, I am good. I have no problem.
Run away, and they're all busy with the fire elemental, and we just make a clean escape, and it's not even a problem.
Is Bella still here?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just really freaking tired.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think if you want,
I
you
worked
could,
all day.
You could designate somebody else to, fire arrows on your behalf, or we can all stop. It's up to you guys. I'm good to go a little bit longer. All right, let's stop here as this elemental goes walking towards Hudrik, and he's like, "Ooh, no. All right, and this is where we are going to pause. All right, thanks,
Make a
everybody.
note, top of the order.
Top of the order with Isolde on
And
the deck.
who is damaged how much?
Yeah, don't clear your sheets, people. We're gonna need them.
I mean,
man,
the only damage I've taken so far, I did to myself.
that's true.
I just cut to black and narrate the rest of it. We'll just come back in and
Just wiping the
cinematically.
blood off your blades. I don't know. They got a couple of tricks up their sleeve still. You did a lot, but the two casters are still up, and yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, what? Fire elementals just have like a burn aura, so both of them would just die instantly without even barely a save. It's fine.
Well,
I don't know how fire elemental works. Come on.
This way we get to start in combat next time. The very first thing we do. All right, everybody. I mean, I'm open to suggestion. If you guys want to just hand wave,
It's whatever. Let's actually call it. Let's not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right, we need an episode name for tonight's game. And thanks very much. It's been nice throwing down against everybody. Been a little while.
With some action. Woohoo!
All right. Any name suggestions for tonight's episode?
I feel like there was some earlier.
There was Dimension Matador.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Some of them definitely did. Classic Fireball. Man, there's not a problem that spell can't solve.
You could call it like a cape escape caper or something.
Oh, Dimension Matador. A caper with strange acquaintances. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. We are going to go. It is getting late. I'm going to say have yourself a fantastic evening, interweebs and players, and we'll see you back here. Not next. Well, we do need to decide. Are we doing D&D next week or Shadowrun? Technically, we are scheduled to do Shadowrun, but I'm happy to do D&D as well. We could do it over the messages and decide.
Yeah.
All right, we'll decide that on text, and we'll say goodnight, everybody, and thanks for playing. It's been a lot of fun again. And yeah, that's it. We're out. Peace. Peace.